all things Pelicans. You're now tuned into the Pelican Postgame Report, PPR final. We up in this thing. Shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in this very happy episode of the Pelican Postgame Report. I'm Big Q chiming in. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the share button if you're just walking in here. Shout out to the fam. Appreciate you. Man, fam, 3 times the charm. Some very interesting numbers for our Pelicans, man. 3 times is the charm. On the third attempt, we didn't get the regular season finale for the playoffs. We didn't get the first matchup in the plan for the playoffs. We got the third time. 3 times the charms, and 6 times to beat the Sacramento Kings. 6 times. Very satisfying tonight to get the win, 105-98 over a very scrappy Sacramento team. But guess what? Wasn't good enough. The Pels get it, man. We flying high, baby. We are in the playoffs, man. How about that, fam? How y'all feel about it? We took the long way around to get there, man, but we are in there, man. We get the 8th seed lined up against the OKC Thunder, man, a team we went 2-1 against in the regular season. Man, listen, anything could happen in this thing, but listen, time to celebrate tonight. We took the long way around, but hey, we are there. We're in the playoffs. So shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all for being in the stream. We'll have DC and Lexxah chiming in momentarily. We'll also have Willie Green's victorious press conference, and also we'll hear from some of the Pels tonight. But this one here, man, the Pelicans, very scrappy affair. How about BI, man? BI came alive for the Pelicans to help get the W. That's what we talked about in the matchup in the PPR finals. The last couple of, actually the flash reports that we did, we talked about Brandon Ingram, about Brandon Ingram's play and what he needed to do. And they, Stephen A. Smith mentioned he shouldn't get the max. But I made a case for Brandon Ingram being probably the most consistent Pel of the last several years. He's been there, and he was here tonight. He led the Pelicans in scoring. He had 24 points. So let's kind of jump into some of these statistics right quick as people start lining up. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you, the flock, for being here. Much love to you guys. Mr. Shock, Daniel Berry, Young City, Mr. Bird, I see you. No Skill, much love. Appreciate you. OG Jerry's in the building. 504 Doc is in here. Amazing 23. Slim, good to see you. Mr. Brooks, 610. Good to see you. Sky as well. Kai the Great. Arclanta, shout out to you, man. Good to see y'all all in here. What's up, Lonnie? Shout out to you as well, man. Appreciate all the family members for being in here for me. If y'all hit the subscribe button. Listen, man, this was a good win for the Pels, man. We're in that thing. So anyway, let's touch down on some of these statistics right here. Team-wise for night, the Pelicans 44 of 85 for almost 52% from the field. They was handling their business in the field. The Kings 36 of 88 for 41%. Pels was 7 of 19 from downtown, just hit 7 3-pointers tonight versus the Kings 11 of 41 from downtown for 27%. Pelicans only went to the foul line 13 times, converted 10 of 13 for 77%. 15 of 22 was the Kings for 68.2%. Pelicans grabbed 45 rebounds tonight versus 40 by the Kings. You had the 29 assists versus 21 advantage. Pels 9-all with the steals. Block game 8-4 for the Pels. The penalties, in terms of the turnovers, were very high for the Pelicans tonight. 16 turnovers versus 15 by the Kings. The fast break points 16-14 advantage Kings, but the Pelicans, what really helped us out was the points in the paint. The scrappiness that the Pelicans played went underneath. 58 points versus 44 by the Sacramento Kings. And like I said, the Pelicans led by as much as 20. And when the Kings would get close, the Pelicans would kind of mash on the pedal right there and kind of keep them at arm's length. Even toward the back end of the game, when you seen the Kings trying to get the lead a little closer, the Pelicans did what they had to do to kind of flush it out and keep pushing it forward. All right, individual statistics, fam, lined up in the matchup for the Pels. BI led the way. 24 points for Brandon Ingram in 37 minutes of action. The last couple of games with BI was not BI, but this is BI, was getting there. He was hitting that midi. He had a pretty solid game in terms of overall 24 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, and a block for Brandon Ingram tonight. 10 of 20 from the field, 1 of 2 from downtown, 3 from 3 from the charity stripe. He was the team leader. 19 points for Valanciunas. How about Big V tonight, fam? We often talked about the usage of Valanciunas. How about Valanciunas tonight, fam? What a really solid game by Val tonight against Sabonis. 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 27 minutes of action from him. He was 50% from the field, 8 of 16. Val was big in this game tonight for the Pelicans as a secondary scorer. They had made a conscious effort, along with BI kind of leading and doing option one. They made a conscious effort to make sure that Valanciunas was given the ball and that he was involved offensively. He was also in there getting blocks, 2 blocks tonight by Val, handling his business. Big game for Val tonight in the playing matchup. And then of course, Trey Murphy didn't have the type of game he felt like he should have had in the last matchup, but this game he had 16 points and 43 minutes of action, led everybody in minutes tonight. 43 minutes for Trey Murphy, 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 7 from downtown, 16 points, 6 assists, 8 boards, and a steal for Trey Murphy there. And then of course we've seen 5 from Herb in the matchup in 26 minutes of action. CJ McCollum continues to struggle. Hopefully he can break forward when we get into the playoffs, because we're going to need some more production from CJ McCollum. He's been kind of on the mini downslide in terms of production. Only 7 points. He was only on 8 attempts tonight, 3 of 8, 36 minutes, 1 or 2 from downtown. He finished with 7 points, 3 assists, and a couple of rebounds. But how about the second line? We talk a lot. The second line was pivotal for the Pelicans tonight. Larry Nance scored 13 points, 4 boards, 3 assists for him tonight. He was awesome. He did what he was supposed to. And let's get ready to hear from Coach Willie Green, man, who just popped up on the podium. So here is Willie Green, fam. We'll go to him, and then we'll bounce back momentarily to here, and we'll have Lexxah coming in on up in his. Here we go.
This opportunity to lead this group. This is major for our organization to have playoff appearances 2 out of the last 3 seasons. And it's been up and down the last couple weeks, to be honest, and a lot of prayer, a lot of trusting, having faith, and it leads to this point. And this is what the journey is about: is believing in each other, having faith, going out there, doing what we need to do to win.
Just winning one at home. How important was that after the struggle down there?
It was important. I want to. It's contributed to the shoot around that we had here at the arena, just reversing our minds, making us think that we were on the road. But it was huge to get a win here at home. It's been a struggle. I think the last, 8 games or so, I think we won 1. So it was big time for our guys to pull together and get this win.
Yeah, I know you talked about it a little bit at practice, but can you just describe what the past few days have been like as far as you and BI just getting on the same page about, that Lakers loss, and then making sure he was in the right mental space for this game?
Yeah, we had a good discussion about the past 2 Laker games, and how do we move forward. And he was great. He was absolutely everything that you would want your players to say. He talked about it in that discussion, and his mentality was that he wants to be better. He wants to be the best that he could possibly be for this team, and this is a moment that he wanted to step up and prove that, and tonight he did.
How important has that relationship been with y'all to kind of have that as a foundation of what y'all are building here?
It's extremely important. It's my responsibility. Number one, I'm here to serve, and that's leadership. Is if these guys need something, if they want to talk, if I want to communicate to them, like just being open and honest, but also being loving. And it was I was ready. Even if I didn't say anything to him at all, he still would have been ready.
Christian talked about, JV going through some ups and downs. Najee's another guy who went through some ups and downs with his playing time. How big was his contributions tonight?
His contribution he was another guy that stepped up right away, and you can feel his presence in the game. And honestly, all of these guys, all season long, we can go down the line, but they've all contributed to wins, and they contributed to this journey, and they're all important to what we do. And it's refreshing to see the results, and the results is being back in the playoffs.
Really, to Will's question, how fitting was it that your bench really came through? It seemed like Jose, Najee, and of course Larry really impacted this game.
Our bench has been They've been really good. Really starting that Phoenix game, they've taken off, and they're a big part of our team, big part of what we do. We rely on their speed, their ability to turn the game inside out. Jose, Najee, climbing in the guys defensively, playing with speed and force. Larry, so huge effort across the board.
And I think B.I. picked up his third foul with about 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Did you have a little bit of discussion with him? Did you think about picking him out at that point?
Yeah, I told him I'm taking you out, and he said, "No, I need you to trust me." So, that's the relationship part of it that he and I, along with the rest of the guys, you build a relationship, and that's a moment where I said, "Okay, I trust you. You better not pick up your fourth," and he was able to play through it. Yeah.
I think it was a 1-13 or 1-for-14 start for Sacramento to start the fourth quarter. What did you think about the defense there, just to kind of set the tone for that last 12 minutes to kind of set you guys up?
Our defense has been the foundation of this team since I got here. That was one thing that I was adamant about as a coach, is making sure that we're a sound defensive team, because you can win games like this. And our offense has gotten better, but our defense was off the charts tonight. Contesting shots, flying around, getting 50-50 basketballs, contesting, rebounding, just across the board. Our defense was at a high level, and that foundation allowed us to win this game.
I know you barely had time to process this game. It was such a quick turnaround time for Sunday. How do you prepare yourself going into just 48 hours and your playoffs?
Right now, we're going to enjoy this moment tonight and soak it up, relish this opportunity that we just had, and then tomorrow we'll pick up and get ready for OKC. Okay, thank you guys.
All right, that was head coach Willie Green. Very happy press conference, man, and he's speaking about the team in many different ways. Also, he speaks about execution and force. We at PPR say violence. Lex, that's Lex thing, says play with violence. Willie says no, don't listen to Lex, play with force. So that's what. And tonight the Pelicans played with force and they executed well to be able to get the W tonight. And man, like I said, man, very good night by our Pels, man. Just to finish up on this, I'm gonna give Lex the runway. Larry Nance had 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a couple of steals, plus 11 by Larry in there in 21 minutes. Very efficient. Love the mixture of Valanciunas and Larry Nance. Val showed up big time in this one. 11 from Najee Marshall. Good to see Najee back out there, man. In 24 minutes of action, Najee finished with 11.6 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, and plus 17 tonight. He led the team in that. Najee Marshall's just being out there, his offense and his defense, making plays, his energy. And Jose Alvarado continues to play at a high level, 24 minutes. He was 4 of 8 from the field, hit a 3-pointer, and he finished with 10 points, 5 rebounds for the little man, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block, plus 11. So the bench, the second line guys, really made a difference in this game. They stepped up and helped solidify it. Plus Ingram, Valanciunas did their thing as well. And the Pels advanced, family, to the playoffs in the first round matchup against the OKC Thunder, which will be on Sunday at 9-something at nighttime, 9:30.
I she said 9 a.m. I was like, shit.
Yeah, 9:30 Eastern time, which is 8:30 Central time. So there you go. All right, Lex, here we go. We're going to kind of hand it over to you. We'll, in between, kind of shift back if when players pop up on the presser. But talk to me about tonight, the Pels, and the fact that they were able to execute and play with force. How do you like that?
Willie scares me. That dude. Like, dog, are we at a church service or a basketball game? Okay,
Deacon Willie ain't playing now.
We need to separate the two. I'm deeply rooted in faith and all that stuff. But yeah, basketball is just a different beast. You know what I'm saying? Najee chose violence though. Yeah, I see that. Jose chose violence. Trigger Trey chose violence attacking that rim, so did Larry Nance. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So whatever Willie's talking about, hey
Hold,
man,
hold on just a second, Lex. Here go. Speaking of Larry, here's Larry Nance at the podium. Here we go, right quick.
You guys have been one of the better benches in the NBA all season. What makes, I guess, that group of you, Najee, Jose, other guys, unique and makes you guys, what your identity, what it is?
Our fire. Our fire is what it is. Jose and Najee tonight were electric. They brought the same thing they brought all year. Jose is a spark plug, and man, if one day I got to play against him, I'm just gonna hate it. So, and Najee, the professionalism he's shown to be out of the rotation the past few games and come back in when Z goes down and perform like that tonight. That's a guy you want in your locker room. All 30 teams should want a guy like that in your locker room because he's professionalism. He stays ready. The guy is awesome to have. Our bench. And even Trey. Trey is in the starting lineup tonight, and he's been off and on starting lineup. Due to injury, but that's really our core four. Dyson sometimes, Hawk sometimes, Matt Ryan sometimes, but that's our core four of our bench, and it's been a lot of fun. I love those guys playing on the same court as them. It's just energy, and fight, and that's what this team needs.
Yeah, I mean, Tuesday was just kind of a gut punch on a lot of different levels. How do you guys mentally just turn the page and be ready for it tonight?
Nobody felt bad for us. We didn't. Obviously the Lakers are a good team. Yeah, they got some pretty decent players over there. But we're confident coming into this one tonight. Obviously, it helps that our record against this team helps. It brings a little bit of confidence and brings a little bit of swagger that we carried into the game, and really happy to be going to Oklahoma.
You spoke to it a little bit, but just can you describe just how difficult it is for guys like JV and Najee, who kind of had their minutes up and down the past few weeks, and to be ready for this type of game to contribute the way they did?
I've said it before. I'll say it again. JV is one of my favorite teammates I've ever had. The guy brings his hard hat every single night. He played, 84 now of a regular season, 85, I guess, if you include the play-in. So 85 in a regular season, played them all. That's awesome, first off. And second, this is a career starter. My man's been 12 years of deep playoff runs, and to come to this team and be willing to give some of his minutes for the better of the team, whether it's me or Dyson at the 5 or her, whoever it may be, just speaks to him as his character as a person and as a professional. So he's been one of my favorite teammates I've ever had the pleasure of playing with. And again, Naj, I said it before, that guy, I hope he gets, I cannot wait to see him in this playoff atmosphere. He's the type of player that thrives off this. Physical, unselfish, just brings the energy. So, playing alongside him, JV, Jose, obviously, it's a great team. A lot of fun.
You guys went through a lot of ups and downs to get to this point, but what do you think it means for this group just to get back to the postseason and be able to show what y'all can do on that stage?
We deserve it. And that's how we felt coming into this game. That's how we felt coming into the last game, that we deserve to be in the playoffs. You don't win 49 games by accident. That doesn't happen. You don't just slip up and do that in a historic conference. You don't do that. We're a really good team, and we deserve to be here. So we showed that tonight. And like I said, we're really proud to be going to Oklahoma.
Brandon's had two of his not better games coming off of that injury. To see him come out the way tonight, what did that mean for you guys and see set the tone a little bit early?
When B is playing, it gives us all so much confidence. When he is, first of all, coming off that injury is really tough. There's a lot of pain associated with a bone bruise that, you just can't put a finger on. It's there though. So the fact that he's out there battling with us and warrior, being a warrior for us is comforting. His presence is. So him being out there tonight, he could have gone over, and just him being on the court would have given us confidence and energy and belief. But BI is a leader for us, a silent leader, but he is a leader for us. We follow his lead, and in every single game I tell him, be the best player on the court. And tonight, I believe he was the best player on the court.
And Larry, when this team's going through adversity, what makes Willie so good at kind of navigating how good?
He's got an uncanny ability to know when to slow down and when to slow down and when to,
we were about to watch film pregame, and he's like, you know what? We've played them 5 times. Nothing's changed. We know who this team is, and he gave us a speech that left us ready to play. And that was one of those moments that you just have to have the feel for. And as a coach, he certainly has that. And that's, I think that speaks to the human element of it, where he just can read the room and tell what we need. And again, 49 wins, we happen by luck. TNT cameras were in there. They got some. They got some of it, but it was, powerful. Just one of those that, he stopped speaking, and we were like, let's go. We all felt pumped up and ready to go. So, like I said, he's got an uncanny ability to know when to slow down, speed up, and the human aspect of basketball.
In the third quarter, Herb is on the 2-on-1 defensively on the weak side, gets a steal. CJ hits a transition 3. Then the next play, Brandon gets a block, and then he gets a transition 3. Can you speak to Herb's ability to kind of play in these tough matchups and his ability to kind of rise to the occasion?
You talking about the drop steal where Keon had him trapped on the sideline? He broke through that, kicked to CJ in the corner. Okay. Look, first team. The guy is. If you could design the perfect player to play in today's NBA basketball, it's Herb Jones. My man is shooting 40% from 3. He guards the team's best players every single night. He's 6'7" with a 7-something wingspan. He deserves all the flowers he's gonna be getting this year, and I think he deserves more. He's physically, you can't back him down. Mentality wise, the dude, the dude's ready for every moment. Wants to take the big shot. He's another guy. I know I talked about the rest of my teammates, but Herb is deserving of every award he's about to get.
Larry, you touched on this a little bit, but how much are you looking forward to? When you guys made the playoffs 2 years ago, several of your guys were first-year players or second-year guys. How much are you looking forward to Trey and Herb and Jose and Najee getting a chance to be back in the playoffs?
Yeah, those are the moments that prepare you for this. It's we get to go to Oklahoma and play another young team. So it's going to be energy, athleticism, youth flying all over the place, and that's something that we can hopefully lean on as a advantage for us, is that we do have some experience in the first round of the playoffs in big games. Trey's obviously played in Jose, Naj, myself, CJ, of course, BI, JV, loads of it. So, we're that playoff experience hopefully will come in handy, and when the game gets tight, we've been there before. So, we'll stay calm.
Larry, you have a guy like Jonas whose minutes kind of go up and down game by game. Naj, you hadn't played in a few games, contribute greatly tonight. Just kind of talk about the character and professionalism of your teammates to stay ready when the numbers call.
Yeah, that's our job. That's our job. At the end of the day, it's it sounds cliche, but you can only control what you can control. And sometimes certain matchups benefit players, different players than yourself. When we're playing big centers, I'm 6'7" on a good day, 6'8" in shoes, and so we lean on Jonas, and that's part of the game is certain matchups, certain players, and those guys have just taken it in stride. The fact that some games in, some games out, some games more minutes, some games less, some games you make a mistake and get pulled. It's all part of the game, and I think that's those two guys. Looking in the future for them, that's a trait that I hope a lot of teams take notice of this summer, and these guys get rewarded for what they've done this year, because they deserve it, really and truly.
Larry, we noticed Zion yesterday after practice. He's really attacking his rehab already, and he looked really engaged today. I'm just curious, did he have a message for you guys before tonight's game? I know after his injury, you guys all talked to him personally, but since that time, has he said anything to you guys about tonight or potentially OKC?
Z is more of a one-on-one conversation guy, not group message or speak in front of the team person, but he had his conversations with each individual and just more, again, he's a little bit like BI, where just his presence is a source of energy for us. Him being out there with us and cheering us on, and Z's got the $1 million smile. So we all just, when he's out there and excited, we are too. It's I told him to rest up, stay healthy, rest up. We hopefully we make it far enough where we can get back.
I know you're still celebrating this win, but just your initial thoughts on OKC.
I said you don't get 49 wins by accident. You don't get to the number 1 seed by accident either. That's a good team. That's a really good team. And Shea is an MVP caliber player. Obviously, Jalen Williams is, they got 3 guys that are up for major awards, and any of them could win it and be deserving of it. Obviously, Jalen Williams, an incredible sophomore year. Chet, better than advertised. They've been, and obviously all their pieces in between are really good as well. You don't get to the number 1 seed by having just 3 guys. But again, youth, athleticism, energy, they run. I guess not 4 guys up for major awards too, because their coach has done a hell of a job with that team as well. So we got a ton of respect for them, but respectfully, I'm betting on the Pels. I'm not betting. No Johnson. I'm not betting. I'm not betting on anything. I don't own a betting app. None of that. Nah.
Man.
Oh shoot. It was good, man. It was good. It's for whatever reason, that's just been a bugaboo for us all year. It's been monkey on our back all year, and for whatever reason, it's just didn't help that we played Bron and AD in do or die games. Those are 2 guys that are pretty hard to beat in closeout games. So it was nice that we our last home game before we come here and play again in the playoffs, we won in a playoff atmosphere, and fans were great tonight, but I saw a few seats open up top. We got to get them filled. We're going to need everybody. Everybody screaming, yelling, and booing the OKC Thunder. We need it. Sweet, yes, thank you.
Yeah, Larry Nance, man. Shout out to Larry Nance, man. Shout out to Larry Nance, and no bet.
Now that's how you supposed to drive. From now on, that's how you drive.
Yes, indeed. So anyway, 105-98 Pels take care of business. They advance to the playoffs against OKC, man. Before we got DC and Lex in the building. Shout out to my peoples. Let me play this, man. This was from the TNT staff, by the way, that picked the Kings to beat the Pelicans easily. Draymond Green said it. Barkley and Shaq said the same thing, that they were going to win easily. Let's listen to what Brandon Ingram had to say about OKC when asked the question. Here we go.
Brandon, you play a lot of games during the season, obviously. Do you remember the matchup with OKC during the regular season?
I don't remember the matchup in the regular season, but I remember they knocked us out in the playing game. So.
He answers the question, then stares into the camera. So here we go, man. This is what I'm talking about. Some payback headed back toward OKC. But, man, let's celebrate a little bit. Lexxah, DC, welcome on in, man. Shout out to y'all. Y'all hit the like button, man, and feel free to share the show if you're on Twitter. Give us a retweet. It helps us out. Hell of a game by our Pels tonight, fam. We got the W. What do you guys think, Lex? What's happening?
About what, the interview?
Yeah, you can, either one of them, you can feel free to chime in.
Yeah, Larry was everywhere. I had a lot of mixed feelings on what he was saying. Yeah, DC keep going. I love moving on to him.
Dang, let's just Larry put you to sleep.
Oh no, I do. I got a lot of things on my mind about what he
Okay, okay.
said, but I think right now it's best if you go.
Okay. I didn't catch all of it. I came in on the tail end of it, but I think the Pels did pretty much what I would expect them to do. Um, they came in, handled business, but we still got a lot to do. Did like the pettiness from Bi there, Larry. Listening to Larry's interview, man, it sound. I'm looking at this. I'm like, damn, we won the championship or something. But looking at Bi and after being faced with Shaq, Kenny, Barkley, and Ernie, and they were just talking about how the Kings were gonna beat us by double digits. I'm like, come on, man, we beat. Why are they acting like they never mentioned that we beat this team 5 times in a row? Never even mentioned it. Like, damn, and they just automatically gonna beat us by double digits because Zion is out. I'm like, okay, but Pels look like what we thought they would look like tonight. Bi definitely showed up. Didn't look like his previous version of himself the last 2 games. Um, the bench played awesome. Larry definitely deserved the interview tonight. He played tremendous off a lot of passes from Bi, Trey, and Jose. Everybody showed up and did their part, man. And Herb played excellent defense tonight. Made things really tough on De'Aaron Fox. He did get 30, but it took him like 30 shots. All around great effort for the Pels tonight. Very, very disappointed by the end of the game, though. I think
Mm-hmm.
they need to look at that, and you can't do that, man. Like,
Mm-mm.
it just we were up by like maybe 13 or 14 points, and it just what's the score? 105-98. They just fell asleep, man. A bunch of careless turnovers. The Kings were pretty much out of the game, but man, you playing a team that I say that had been a Miami or the Warriors or something, man. We might have messed around and had to go to overtime or something. Where they were getting all lackadaisical at the end of the game. But nonetheless, got the victory. Think we deserve to be happy tonight. Celebrate. The season as a whole didn't turn out the way I think we would have wanted it to, but it still is a successful season. 49 wins plus 1, like my man Jay Black said. So I guess that kind of gets us to 50 in a way. Even though the stats in the play-in will never be recorded anywhere and don't go in the record books. I really don't understand that. But overall, man, I think with everything that happened this year, knowing that this team um, has so many, I guess, simple things that they could fix and they didn't, and also the tremendous amount of talent. Um, we turned in 50-win season. I think it probably could have been 58, maybe 55 if we would have been doing shoot arounds in our home arena this whole time.
Yeah, it was very interesting. These absolutely right on the back end of this the game. We did have some snafus, man. Got to work on, man. But overall, man, I think it was a pretty decent effort based on the last couple efforts we've seen the Pelicans make unsuccessful. Lex, how about you?
Yeah, it was a overall good effort. I think Brandon, obviously he came out, redeemed himself, really got acclimated in the game. Thought it was a sluggish start in the beginning, like as far as, one thing I would love to see the Pelicans do more of is actually set the tone with their energy, like set the foundation, set the bar, and not kind of match it to the other team. Like just take initiative and be like, look, we're playing up here and we're setting it. You know what I'm saying? I thought they were, it was back and forth for most part, but then obviously once you insert Jose and Najee, the two energy guys on the team, you know what I'm saying? The whole complexity of the game changes. And from there, it's contagious. The energy is contagious. But I would love to see that bar set higher as far as the energy. Because I felt like they were just the Kings and the Pels, they were right there together. Like, all right, we're gonna be together with the energy. And I'm like, no, we don't want to be with the Kings as far as the energy. We want to be above that. And I hope they kind of do that. Well, not kind of, they do that against the Thunder because I mean, obviously, again, the playoffs is a different breed. You know, those small details are very important when it comes to the playoffs. And I do want to mention something, piggyback off of what you were saying, DC. At the end of the game, I was not vibing off of that. It's like the game is not over. And that kind of alluded to what you were talking about, Big Q, as far as, the Pels being stuck in regular season mode. Like, you got to keep playing. Ain't no time to hold the ball. You know what I'm saying? Because the Kings were still playing. You know what I'm saying? And even if they weren't playing, I would still play because it's like you are trying to transition into that playoff mode. You don't want to stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Fox, just took the ball from Trey. And I guess, obviously afterwards, Trey, he did hold it again, but then, he went in that second time and dunked it. But it's like, you have to stay in that mode. You know what I'm saying? Like this was an elimination game. And just think if it was closer. And I think about games where down the stretch, we've seen the Pels fall apart. You can't do that in the playoffs, man. You can't do that. Especially this was an elimination game. So, stuff like that, they really gotta commit to that playoff mindset. Regular season was over with 2 games ago. You know what I'm saying? So they just gotta be locked in as far as and be in that playoff mode. And because I mean, obviously we've seen down the stretch that's killed the Pelicans. You know what I'm saying? Slowing the game all the way down, and there's still time on the clock. Yeah, man, the fat lady has not sung yet. Keep playing. So I mean, I think that was probably the biggest thing that bothered me the most. But other than that, guys stepped up. The Pelicans bench killed the Kings bench. It was a landslide. And that was really the biggest difference is the bench points. There was a lot of dunks tonight. I really like that. I like the fact that guys were finishing strong. At the beginning of the game, we missed a lot of bunnies, but again, once you insert Najee and Jose, guys started dunking, and obviously Larry Nance. Just the attack to the basket. I really the attack was there. And then with Trey, I know he missed like two nasty dunks, but the fact that they were attacking and they chose violence when attacking, I really love that. I love the chippiness. When Najee's back, when there's arms going in somebody's neck and shoving and pushing and all that stuff. Hey man, that's Najee. You know what I'm saying? We definitely could have used that against the Lakers. But because you can tell when he's not in. I mean, he's our enforcer. Whether we, for those who like it or not, he is that guy that'll stand up to you. So it was good to see that. Because again, the playoffs is not nice as Willie makes it out to be, talking about prayer and servitude and all that stuff. It's like, dude, like this is not that right there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's beautiful in a particular setting, but when it comes to basketball, playoff basketball, hey man, we trying to battle. This is war. You know what I'm saying? For, a 7-game series. So I've said it many times before, the players got to have that, because we already know what Willie's we already know his MO and all that stuff. But it's the players who are out on the floor who got to go up against this type of physicality, okay? And going up against, the refs and anything else, everything that goes on in between those lines. The players got to deal with that. So it's like, look, it ain't time to choose joy. It's time to choose violence. And you saw that in their play. That wasn't joy out there. That's not what that was. Because I don't think Najee was telling Fox, I'm gonna pray for you, buddy. I love you, man. I don't think he was saying that to him when they were getting into it. Do you think that Big Q or DC?
Well, I mean, it's a difference in philosophy.
Look,
I thought you was
think he
supposed
was
to pray
probably
for
saying
your enemies after you knock them out. Then you pray for them.
Hey, I'm pretty sure he was saying some colorful words to that
Yeah,
man.
and then
He wasn't talking about no prayer.
Then he prayed for him after the game.
Look, the
There you
arm
go.
was in Najee's neck. Okay, y'all see it? Y'all see it in the replay?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey,
It was
man.
like, it went like this. And then about 20, 30 minutes later, I'm sorry, my bad, man. You know it's just a game. We got the dub.
Nah, look, outside the lines after the win, yeah, you can do a good game, man. All right, hope y'all do well. You know what I'm saying? But in the midst of the game, ain't nobody trying to be all jolly like Santa Claus. It ain't that type. No, we ain't doing that stuff, man. It ain't that type of game. I'm telling you, the playoffs, man. They gonna learn today. They gonna learn today.
Well, but it's a change. It's a slight variation in philosophy, Lex, between you and Willie. You say play with violence. Willie says play with force.
Yeah, that's a nice way to say play with violence.
Exactly.
No.
Yes,
no.
Lex, yes.
When it comes out of Willie's mouth, I mean, did y'all hear him?
I heard him.
Like, are we in service? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Willie been praying, man. He been praying.
Hey, look, you know what?
Willie got his eye on the sparrow.
Where was the prayer when Zion pulled his stuff? Where was that at?
He was praying in. He was praying.
You weren't doing it hard
That's all right,
enough.
Zion. We're gonna make all your enemies your footstools so you won't have to use your hamstring.
Oh man, come on, man.
Willie always praying, Lex.
It's praying. And this dude is from Detroit.
Yes, Detroit Mercy.
Okay.
Yes, that's where he played basketball at.
Look, I know about the Bad Boys, and I know about the.
That's the other side of Detroit. Detroit Mercy, as you can see. Yes. No. All right. So you know what? All right. So look, shout out to the fam, man. Appreciate y'all being here. Y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like button for us, man. We in here talking Pels, man. We got a victory, man. Not only were we able to stop the 6-game home losing streak with a victory, the victory also gets us into the playoffs against the Thunder. Quick turnaround, man. Celebrate tonight, then tomorrow the Pelicans, boom, they got to go up to OKC, get ready for a Sunday night tip-off, 9:30 Eastern time, 8:30 my time. It's going down. So anyway, let's kind of get into this preview, fam, before we kind of give everybody an opportunity to kind of chime in tonight. Here's the preview here, man. It's the matchup right here, a little, the schedule of games, potentially the top 3 games, and then ultimately to be determined. We can see some of the statistics right here of the season averages between the two. You can see OKC's 120.1 versus 115 by the Pelicans there. You can see the rest of the stats. You can see SGA stats right there. Just amazing stats. 30 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, and 6.2 on the assists. Doing his thing, and of course Zion's not available, and usually that's probably reserved for the top guy. I think it's BI statistics, or even CJ is the top scoring guy right there. But let's talk about this matchup. DC Lex, we know during the regular season this team was 2-1. We went 2-1 against OKC in 3 matchups with them. We beat them the first time 110-106, and then we got routed the second time around and had a closer matchup in the third game. let's talk about this matchup with OKC, man. We didn't get the Denver matchup. We get OKC. This is a young team that's good. They're well coached. They're scrappy, and they do a lot of things, man. They play with a pace to their game. They're relentless at times. They have a star there and Shy who knows how to draw fouls. So I mean, we're going up to their building, and listen, I'm not worried about that. The Pelicans thrive in that regard. So let's kind of preview this thing. What do we need to do Sunday night to get the dub against OKC? Lex, DC, any one of you guys can chime in.
I mean, I think it's very simple. The last end of the game tonight, that's pretty much what's going to come down against in OKC. The game, I believe, when we had the blowout, did BI and Zion play that game? I don't think so. When they beat us by like 25 or 24 points or something like that. That's the previous game. That was the most recent one, and we were in that game. We could have won that game, man. They that game there, who was out?
Zion was out, DC. Yeah,
Zion was out. So we had BI.
BI he had 12 points and 9 assists.
And I'm looking at this right here, and this is probably one of the things we complained about. There ain't nowhere in hell we can go any game this series, and I don't think we will, because I think we got a pissed off BI right now, and I like that.
He is. Yes.
We shouldn't see any game this series where CJ has taken more shots than BI. That's pretty much what happened this game. I don't know if he was banged up, little nagging injury, whatever it was, but it's gonna come down the stretch, man. Situational basketball, so to speak, when we get into those tough areas where you don't have the ability to make mistakes, costly timeouts, challenging a play, which was encouraging. We saw Willie finally do that. I don't know why. For the longest time, he felt the need to go home with all of his challenges. But if the Pels can, because they're gonna have to figure it out. They're gonna have to figure out how to close close games. That is an Achilles heel of ours. And that is the thing you're going to constantly run into in the playoffs. The Thunder obviously knows how to close games, being number one in the league, or you could say number 2 or 3, because they pretty much tied with everybody else. But they number 1, but they could have easily been number 3. But they know how to close games. They wouldn't have 56 wins if they didn't. Which I guess is ironic because we don't know how to, and we got 49 wins. But if we did, probably could have had 57, 56, 58. So coming down the stretch, man, what we did tonight, to me, if they're watching film, I think they need to harp on that. Willie should be a stickler about how they ended the game. I don't want to hear all of, yeah, you praise the guys, y'all moved on. Yeah, you do that tonight. You celebrate. But when it's time to lock in tomorrow, he need to be on them about that, man. Because you can't close games like that, especially not playoff games like that, man. The intensity is so high, and the ability for things to change just really, really quick by a few mistakes back to back here or there. That could cost you a game at the end of the game, man, and you could have been leading all game. So if the Pels can figure out how to close games, play in the clutch, which I think they play well under pressure. It's just these brain farts they have, man. Sometimes where they just get complacent. So they're gonna have to stay sharp. They're gonna have to stay locked in. And I think if they can do that, they can definitely beat the Thunder. We've been one of the teams that played Shea pretty damn good, man. You got Dice back out there with Herb. I don't think it's gonna be a walk in the park for the Thunder. But the one thing that the Thunder do have, in my opinion, that they didn't have last year, and we still lost against them. But that was just one game, wasn't a series. In the series last year, I definitely think the Pels would have beat the Thunder. But this year, they have Chet Holmgren, in addition to everybody they had last year. and he's been playing pretty damn good. Some people might want to say he's the rookie of the year, but obviously Wembanyama's going to win it. But if Wembanyama wasn't playing again, this would be the rookie of the year, missing his official first year and coming and playing this year. Man, this dude presents a huge problem for us, and I don't know what the answer is. Maybe he shrinks under the lights. Maybe we figure out something. But Chet is too big for Larry, and he's too fast for JV. So to me, right here, this guy is the X factor. Williams is also a nice player on the Thunder, and he definitely can do a lot of damage. But Chet, we have no answer for him. I don't know if we get creative and maybe throw a combination of guys on him. Do we play Cody Zeller some minutes? So I'm really interested to see how that looks. But you can't have Jalen Williams also go crazy and Chet. You got to X one of these guys out, man. But Chet to me is probably the biggest hurdle. Shea, I know everybody's looking at him, possible MVP. But I think we play him pretty well, man. He's had some games where he's definitely beat us, but I mean, this guy is awesome. But based off of how everybody else in the league plays him, I think we're one of the teams that play him pretty well. We just got to stay out the cookie jar and not get caught up in all the whistles with Shea. We do that, find out a way to maintain Chet. I think we definitely can beat the Thunder.
All right, DC, just a second. Trey Murphy and CJ McCollum at Mike.
There's an execution standpoint. We just executed really well 6 times.
How did you guys mentally turn the page after everything that happened in Tuesday's game?
I watched some Netflix. I was watching Martin last night. It was pretty funny. Sometimes you just gotta do what makes you happy. Play with my son, play with my dog, kick it with my wife, work out, get a lift in, and get ready for the next game. But I think for all of us, it was just understanding that when we lost a golden opportunity to a good team twice, and we still had another golden opportunity in front of us to try to take advantage and give ourselves a chance to be in the playoffs.
And last time y'all made the playoffs a couple of years ago, most of the guys, that was their first or second time ever, being in the playoffs. How different are y'all now compared to that team that played Phoenix a couple of years ago?
I'll speak to. Is my mic? All right, whatever. I don't need it. Yeah, thank you. I'm good now. All right, cool. Okay. Anyway, so I think that last team, we were just happy to be in the playoffs. If at least from my perspective, I don't know about CJ. I can't really speak for him, but I know for us, we were happy to be in the playoffs. And that, earlier run in my rookie year, this year we're trying to make a run, and I just think we're just way more experienced and have just gone through a lot more as a group, and we're just prepared to make a run.
How much do you think it kind of changes y'all when Jose and Najee are just causing havoc with that second group and just creating turnovers and all that stuff?
Yeah, no, they come in and they bring a lot of energy. They up the pressure of the game, change the tempo, and they just really hype us up as a team. And their contributions, sometimes the stat sheet might not show it, but you can feel it throughout the team. And so I'm just really proud of Najee going through those. He went through a game. He went through like a 3-game stretch of not playing and coming in and just being ready when his number was called. So that's just him.
When this team's going through a little adversity, how has Willie sort of handled, just keeping you all steady? And, how's he kind of navigating you out through that?
Yeah, Willie's consistent. He's the same whether we're winning or losing. Obviously, the intensity of practice kind of shifts. Film sessions get more intense, and you get a better understanding of what he's trying to accomplish. But he's a former player, so he understands the moment. He understands the ebbs and flows of a season, the ups and the downs, and he knows that we all trying to compete and we all trying to win. I think he respects that. But at the end of the day, you're gonna follow the guidance of your coach and the temperament of your coach too. So if he panics, typically the players panic. And I think historically he's done a really good job of being even keel, even in the midst of chaos.
Is there, OKC's a familiar opponent in the sense that they knocked you guys out for playing last year. Now you guys are meeting in the playoffs.
Damn, that's the energy you're bringing into this.
I'm just trying to feel if there's any energy from your guys. Are there, are you approaching it from, hey, we want to maybe get something back here, or is it just another part of you got to prepare for it the same way?
I would have preferred to have not had to play 2 meaningless games against the Lakers, and I would have preferred to have beaten the Spurs and clinched a 6th seed and been able to work out and rest for a week. But it is what it is, and now we have a unique opportunity to play in the playoffs against a really good team. And I think for us, I've turned the page. What's done is done. This is a new team. This is a new situation for us collectively, a new situation for them. And I don't know. They won almost 60 games or 50-some games. They're a really good team playing at home, but MVP caliber player, defensive player of the year type of guy, and then another guy, Jalen Williams, who's also really good. So I think for us, it's just another opportunity to get better and to play in the playoffs and compete at a high level.
Trey, you spoke about the difference of 2 years ago as a group for you guys. What for you individually? How much do you look forward to this playoff opportunity? Compared to when you were a rookie, you were kind of just still getting your feet wet in the NBA at that point.
Yeah, no, for sure. I probably had probably like 10 good games under my belt at that time, like before I started playing in the playoffs. And so now, like, I've got accustomed to the NBA game. I know how to contribute to winning, and now I'm just excited for the playoffs. I know that was some of the most fun basketball I ever played my rookie year when I was in the playoffs, and it's just so much attention to detail and so much focus on every possession. And this is where you really make a name for yourself, and try to put your team on the map and go far.
If you guys touch on BI's performance tonight, coming off of 2 subpar performances for him.
No, I thought he was aggressive. I think he had the right mentality coming into the game. Obviously he had been hurt and trying to reintegrate himself into the offense, into the flow of the game, conditioning-wise, rhythm-wise. And I think he had the right approach, getting downhill, making plays. Defensively, he was great. Got a couple of help side blocks. Was attentive on both sides of the ball. And I think he played a complete game. He didn't need to go get 40 or 50. He needed to just be solid, hit big shots, and get stops. And I think he did all of that and just showed who he really is as a player.
Trey, you kind of filled up the stat sheet in different categories tonight. Did you know coming into this game that they're going to run you off the line a lot, so you might have to make your impact elsewhere?
I had pretty good feeling they were going to run me off the line, me and CJ included. Just listening to their post-practice pressers, their main focus was running guys off the line. And so for me, it was just playing the game and, making right decisions, with spacing, driving towards CJ's side. A lot of times you're going to have a lot of space, and after that, just making a read after that. So I think that was what was helpful for me.
Going back to the playoffs from 2 years ago against Phoenix, it seemed like Larry at that point had only played like 8 or 9 games in the regular season, but he was huge in that series in a bunch of different games. You feel like tonight was kind of reminiscent of that as far as him just coming through in such a huge spot?
He was all right.
Am I supposed to comment? I thought Larry did a good job of taking up space, rebounding, creating extra possessions. I hope he's watching this. No, he's a player, man. He knows how to score in the pocket. He knows how to hit the weak side. He understands his role and how he can be successful. Obviously, defensive pressure on myself, BI, is going to shift as the playoffs continues to evolve. There's going to be heavy pressure. Pockets going to be open, and I think he does a great job of finding his open windows and just being a really cerebral basketball player.
JB had a really good night tonight. I think 19 and 12. Can you talk about him not getting all the minutes that he probably should get sometimes? And
it's about that time.
Yeah. Also,
last question.
What episode of Martin were you watching?
I started from the beginning. So I went through, I watched I was on the table last night with my guy getting some work. We went through about 6 episodes, and I just forgot how funny he was with the monologues. And just while we talk about Martin, one of my favorite episodes is the one where they celebrate the anniversary, and he thinks it's their anniversary, but it's the anniversary of him saying "I love you," and he doesn't get her a gift, and he's trying to figure out like where he can get the gift from, and leaves her in the house for 2 hours, and goes and gets a gift for her. And I just thought it was hilarious. Martin, I'm the man. You're too young for that.
All right. So, thank you, fellas.
All right. All right. Yeah, that's the press conference there, man. Shout out to the fam, man. Big ups. DC, you was talking last, my friend. Please feel free to finish. Lex, you won't chime in after that, and then we'll get to the call in section of the show. But DC, the floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, pretty solid game from CJ. Not his best outing, but he didn't shoot us out the game. Trey definitely did his thing, man. So shout out to both of them brothers. But
DC, I'm sorry to cut you off again. It's man.
But does it just feel that
Smiley
after all
killer.
the adversity you guys went through this week to be able to get this done tonight and go back to the playoffs?
Oh, it feels good. This was the goal at the beginning of the year, and throughout it, we had some injuries. We had different things happen, but we had another opportunity today, and we came in, and everybody contributed.
When we talked to Willie in practice yesterday, he said, Brandon was in the facility getting up shots there for the game early, had a great practice. For you, how did you just kind of turn the page after Tuesday and get ready for tonight?
Well, just by going back and looking at film, putting the work in, I knew how important this was for not only me, but this whole organization. I just try to be ready. I knew I was going to be ready today, whatever it took on the offense and defensive end. I knew I had to communicate with my teammates and continue to communicate throughout the game. And that helped us out a lot.
And you talked about communicating with your teammates. Willie talked about the communication y'all two had one-on-one. Yeah. How important is having that relationship where y'all are able to express to each other how y'all feel during moments like that?
Well, not only that relationship, but I think it's very important for all of us to communicate. Honesty, especially what we need on the floor, our habits off the floor, our discipline, everything that we need to be together and trust one another. We only trust one another when we see guys do things over and over and over again. We get to see the consistency every single day in the gym when guys go in and practice and how hard they go in their workouts and how hard we go in our practices. So the communication is important, especially if you want to continue to have success.
And y'all made the playoffs, a couple of years ago, and for most of the team, that was their first time ever being on that stage. How different is it going to be for y'all this time, just having that experience, different level of confidence going into this first round?
Well, I think the good thing about going into this playoffs is we've had a lot of tests with me in the lineup, without me in the lineup this year, and we'll be prepared. We know every possession counts. We know what we got to do on the defensive end, rebounding the basketball and pushing the pace. So this is a time for us to just try to be extra locked in on everything that we need to do. And, our margin for error is lower without Z. And so we got to come out and we got to attack. We got to be the aggressors.
We know the relationship you've developed with Najee and Jose over the past couple of years. How much do y'all just kind of feed off of the stuff they do and the energy they bring on the court?
Yeah, it just feels like they always in the right spots at the right time. And they always bring energy. Jose always brings that energy. He changes the game. Najee changes the game in a big way on the defensive side and pushing the pace. And, they got high IQ, so they find the right pass on the floor and they know when to go score. So those are the type of guys I want to be around. We're from feel like we're from the same place, feel like I've known them for a while. We're similar to each other, so we go out and we show heart when we go on the floor.
JB had a good night tonight, 19-12. Speak to kind of his performance tonight, and also, he doesn't get, a ton of minutes at times, spot minutes, but then tonight he has a huge night.
JB, he's just been a professional, not only this game, but throughout the season. Him not touching the floor sometimes in the second half, him not being in the game as much, he never, he always got a smile on his face. He always trying to hype somebody else up. And, that's hard to do. It's hard to do when you in the league for so long and you've been producing for so long. And for him to come out and be ready tonight, it was big. And we know the type of nights that he has against Sabonis, and it was good to see that again tonight.
Yeah, with 4 minutes left in the second quarter, you picked up your third foul. You looked pretty adamant about wanting to stay in the game.
Yeah.
Why was it so important for you to stay out there at that moment?
Because I thought I could control the game. I thought I controlled the game the first quarter, the second quarter, and I knew that it was about time for us to go on the run. And I'm not sure the score, but we might have been up 8, and I know we could have pushed it to whatever. And I just wanted to stay on the floor and be a part of it.
This is your second time now going to be in the playoffs. You've talked about working to get there and showcasing just whatever it takes to win. Just what are you hoping to get out of this, and what are you hoping to show the world that this team's doing?
Everything I got, just giving everything I got every time I step on the floor. Making sure when I leave the gym that I stay disciplined and in my work, and keeping my mind and my body together. But just going out there and doing whatever the team needs to win.
Hey, Brandon, Willie talked about how bad you wanted this game. Like, so can you kind of put in words how bad you wanted it, and also like just how frustrating was Sunday and Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, I go out with a knee injury. It's been one of my healthiest seasons, and I was out for 3 weeks just watching and just trying to stay disciplined. It's hard. Just trying to stay disciplined, trying to stay locked in with the team, knowing that I wanted to be on the floor. Losing some of my conditioning a little bit, and I was just trying to stay ready. That was about 3 weeks that passed. Just coming in and try to play 30 minutes after all that and be locked in. I was, of course, hard on myself, but because I didn't think it mattered that I just came in after, a knee injury. And those first 2 games didn't go how I wanted to go, but I just wanted to give it all tonight and trust my teammates, trust myself, and we ended up winning.
I know you're still celebrating this victory, but just your initial thoughts on going against OKC.
They've had our number this year. We know that Shea is going to bring pressure all night on the offensive end. They have a really, really good team with good defensive guys. Jalen Williams, he's grown over the year. Chet, rebounding the basketball and can stretch the floor, shooting the 3. So, they have weapons. They have Isaiah Joe coming off the bench who can shoot 3s. And Josh Giddey, who does a lot of things on the floor, He's knocked a lot of big shots down when he plays for New Orleans Pelicans. So we just got to be prepared for all of that. We got to go into OKC with a sense of urgency, defensively especially, and then just try to find our best offense.
BI, you spoke generally about the impact of some of the bench guys, but what did you think specifically about the impact that Najee made tonight as far as just kind of swinging the game in the first half?
Yeah. His defense, him defending the basketball and having pressure, and making people uncomfortable. He made his whoever that Najee was guarding today, he made him uncomfortable. And it helped our team out a lot. He got stops. He went down the floor. He made good passes. He finished the ball, and that's what he's been doing for us all year. And I think he will continue to do it.
That's BI, man, finishing off the presser for the Pels tonight. Victorious fashion, our Pels. 105-98. They're in the playoffs, OKC. DC, I'm sorry to cut you off, man. These pressers tonight, man, was all kind of ways.
Man, let Lex go ahead and have it, bro.
All right. Lex, coming back to you. Did you
Bad
get
luck.
What'd you say? What'd you say, DC?
I say I'm bad luck right now. Every time I start talking, somebody else pop up there.
I think that's it.
Hot mess. I think that's it. Nobody else coming up, DC.
Unless you're ready to hear from the Jazz, I think that's pretty much everybody that's going to say it.
Hey, we won a playing game, bro. You never know.
Okay.
Oh yeah, everybody talking.
I thought when I knew they was gonna win when I saw them in the practice facility shooting around with them.
Lord, goodness
I made
gracious.
sure the floor was extra shiny. You never know, bro.
All right, Lex, coming to you. Did you get a chance to talk about what we need against OKC? You heard what Brandon Ingram talk about playing with a sense of urgency. Do you agree? What do you think about before we go into the call inside?
Yeah, I'm a say what I always say. They got to bring the energy. Yeah, listening to these pressers, I just hope these guys are focused, man. I hope they're focused. You know, our bench did well. Our benches, did well in this game. Bi he showed up. CJ still showing up in big games is because 7 points is not going to do it. How much he getting paid, Big Q?
Well, the McCollum.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I know it's 30 plus. Hold on, let me gather. But yeah, it's like 30 plus a year, man.
Yeah, man. I just we need that dude to step up. You know what I'm saying? Glad that he stepped up.
35.8, Lex.
Okay, so yeah, dude, you need to step up because a guy like Jose and Najee to have a much more bigger impact as far as in the energy department. And then when you look at the price, how much they make, the differentiation there is like, dude, you got to step it up. I don't usually like put it on that, but it's like that's why you get paid the big bucks is to step it up. So I hope he's locked in. He was talking about Netflix and all that stuff. I know you got to get your mind off things, but when it's time to play basketball, man, like where you at? That's my only thing. But definitely, this OKC team, I see in the chat that obviously OKC doesn't have a lot of experience, and I understand that the Pelicans they've been in the playoffs before, but in that same breath, like I feel like they're in the same boat as OKC because the Pelicans have not been able to win close games. They've gotten rattled. They've kind of panicked. They start making a lot of mistakes, and this is just based off the season. That's been an Achilles heel for this team. Said many a times this team has been only winning one way. They're gonna need to be able to perform well down the stretch. You kind of even saw that on tonight when they kind of stopped playing and different things. The focus has to be there from beginning to end, from the uh, jump ball to the end, the last buzzer of the game. That's just a huge concern because you do have a Thunder team. They play with a lot of energy. This Thunder team, they work very hard. Not only that, one thing that I noticed about them, they're very sound fundamentally. They don't make a lot of mistakes like a young team. They actually have a solid IQ like all around. They really shoot in the passing lanes. So defensively, the Pelicans are going to have to be very disciplined. I think energy wise, obviously, like you were saying about with Chet, I think the biggest thing, staying in front, not allowing the Thunder to get those lobs, because that's something that the Pelicans also struggle with is teams that just throw a lot of lobs, because obviously JV, he doesn't really jump. We talk about all the time how he's flat-footed and things like that. So we gotta watch out for those things and really just play discipline. Really just get, more fundamental. Active hands, move your feet. Definitely pushing pace. Herb doing the best that he can to slow down, Shea. And then with the other guys, not overplaying too much on weak side because like Joe Isaiah, Wiggins, Jalen Williams, the other Jalen Williams, they can knock down those shots. And obviously, what's the one, the Australian dude's name? Giddy. With him, he's kind of like the weakest link, but in the last game that we played them, that dude was an assassin. Like he was literally killing the Pelicans. So we can't forget about him either, because it seems like he started, to come to life. We got to be able to hold our ground and stay in front of these guys and guard the yard, and obviously just recover the best way we can. Being on that string defensively is going to be so crucial. Like if this team is going to be switching, which in some regards you don't want to do that, especially when Jose is out on the floor and you find that Jose is on check. Obviously, I hope that doesn't happen, but it's like, hey man, you got to know when to switch and when not to switch and do
That's
the hedge and
definitely
the
gonna
hold.
happen, Lex.
Huh?
That's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, I know that's why I'm saying it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that switching is a big deal for Willie, but it's like, dude, like it. Jalen Williams has size on him, and he knows how to use his size. So does the other Jalen Williams on a team. Just gotta play smart, man. This is a young Thunder team, but I've seen their games. These guys work hard. They're smart on both ends of the floor. Like, like Bi said, they're not just the number one seed for no reason. People, they really aren't. Yeah, they're young. They've never played in the playoffs. This is with the exceptions of Shea, but this team, they're gonna bring it. They're gonna have energy. You don't have to worry about that with this team having lackluster energy. So with the Pelicans, like I always say, you have to play with a lot of energy. You almost have to set the bar. And let me tell you, the energy bar for the Thunder, it's high because they get up and down that floor. I mean, that's just the makeup of their game. So we just got to be ready. We really got to be ready. Dot our I's, cross our T's, all that good stuff, and be locked in. And this game is, everybody needs to be a threat on the floor. Everybody's gonna have to, stay in front of their man. And if we are switching, again, got to be on that string. So we do have a task. I'm interested to see this first game, how it goes. And then between, as far as with JV and Nance on Chet, with Nance, hey man, you got to stay big. Stay big. Make yourself tall. Nance is what, 6'8"? Hey, dude, you got to put them hands up. Make yourself, 6'10", 6'11", whatever his wingspan is. But got to get big because he's more mobile. But there's ways to get it done. So we just got to play smart. And everybody's got to be locked in. That's basically it.
All right, thank you, Lex. Shout out to the fam, man, in the chat. Please feel free to hit the like button. If you're on Twitter, shout out to our Twitter family chiming in. The Flockers, man, give us a retweet. We about to open up the call-in section of our show. Like I said, Pelicans, good victory tonight. Did a lot of positive stuff. Lex, in terms of CJ McCollum, before I open up the chat line, CJ McCollum, man, over the last couple of games, he had 9 points in the first playoff matchup against the Lakers, and then he had 7 tonight for a combined total of what? 12, what is it? 14 points between that. So, I mean, he definitely have to get his production up for this OKC team. We're going to need all 3 of these guys, including our second line guys and Trey Murphy, to bring it. And not just that, but defensively. We know the effort's different on the road with the Pelicans. We talked about it. We did the PPR flash report, DC, earlier today about the Pelicans switching their routine up to practice for the first time in the Smoothie King Center for the first time the entire season. That to me, I was like, damn, was that the tipping point to help the Pelicans close out with confidence? It had to be. It was, and we talked about it prior. It was psychological, and they did that. It was amazing to me that wasn't seen early on, but they finally got it. But anyway, it's a win for our Pels tonight. But anyway, for the family, we got Jay Black coming up first. Brother Slim, if y'all want to chime in the chat, man, listen, we got the link pinned to the chat. You can pop right on in. All we ask is that you kind of be polite, mute your mic while the other person is talking so we can hear them correctly, and respect the speaker, allow them to kind of get their points and views out as well. So with that being said, man, we're going to bring in Jay Black and Brother Slim and Brother Don Anthony. Shout out to you guys, man. Appreciate you. Jay Black,
what's up, fam?
Welcome on in, brother. Welcome on in.
Hey, what's going on?
What up with you, Jay Black?
Yeah, gotta come up here. So I was gonna come up here, say certain things, but I don't have to. I'm gonna look at some comments and read some comments off a little bit. Different flavor. JV sucks. BI won't be clutch. Wow, that didn't age well. Well, I'm glad about the win tonight, but we gonna lose in 5. Oh my God. BI is back in rhythm. Bench showed up big. Brandon Ingram saved my life. Wow, that was a crazy. Hey, that was a little bit too much. I'm glad CJ didn't force any shots. That's one thing I wanted to talk about too. CJ didn't force a lot of shots. He took the shots that was there. That's moving in the right direction, but he gonna have to be more aggressive. But I ain't gonna go on that. Let me go back to some more comments. Ingram trade. Oh yeah, let's trade Ingram. Blah blah blah. Wow, I remember that. Shit. Woo. Don't count out our team when we got Herbert Keyshawn Jones. Jonas eats. This team eats. I'm seeing, I love a lot of these comments now, man. We're going to the playoffs, and to you BI haters who was saying, trade BI, just be quiet forever, please. Anyway. Oh, goddamn. So, reading a lot of these comments, I guess people was listening. People was listening to a lot of different things. I really much don't have to say. I could just read more comments and it'll say a lot more. A lot of I just don't get it. A lot of times that it's a lot of negative in a lot of negative ways. I'm learning myself more and more by being on here is I'm not pessimistic. I don't look at the glass half empty. I look at it half full. I knew we was going to make the playoffs. That's how I looked at it. I talked that way the whole time. I think I predicted the 8-2. That was way off. But I think we was 5-5 or 5-6 in the last, because I know we was 3-2 in the last couple of games, in the last 5 games. I think the negative from the Lakers game back to back, the Lakers is just like a bad matchup for us. But we were supposed to win this last game. I ain't gonna put my tinfoil hat on, but Zion was there. We win that game. We'll be playing Denver Nuggets. And if Willie didn't take out Jose Alvarado in the last minute for Dyson Daniels and give up a corner 3, we wouldn't have been down 4. It was a lot of things in that game. Then this game, Willie coached a really good game. I'm just waiting to hear somebody more say, Willie coached a good game. You got to give credit when credit is due. Coached a good game because we was up by 20. Now, the foul calls at the end of us giving up the ball, every last time we turned the ball over, it was a foul. They just don't call fouls for us. And I think that comes along with the IQ of the team. They have to realize that the refs are not going to call calls for you like they call for any other team that happens to play you. So if it was the other way around, if Sacramento had the ball up 13, they have the ball, you touch their arm, they call a foul. They was deliberately fouling, showing you that they was, and you can look at the replay, you'll see that they was deliberately fouling. But IQ would say, listen, they're not going to call those calls for y'all. They're going to call, sometimes you're going to have to make them call the calls. I thought JV, BI controlled the game. Jose Alvarado, Najee Marshall provided spark off the bench. But it's never one, I told y'all before, it's not one person. It's not a one-person team. It's not just a Zion team. It's not just a BI team. It's not, if CJ didn't play good, we still won. It's not just one player. It's not one-man band. It's a whole team effort. And our defense was locked in. Much better matchup for us too, but our defense was locked in. Did they score 100? No, they didn't. They scored 98. And this was the play, and they was trying to score hard. They had their players, so I don't want to hear much. But I don't even have to go no more because I can go about a lot of different other topics. I'll chime in here and there, but I'm going to fall into black and say hold it, playoff Pelicans. That sounds wonderful to me. Playoff Pelicans. Fade in the black.
All right, Jay Black. Very poetic there, Jay Black. All right. Brother Slim, you got the floor, my friend. Please feel free to chime in. How you doing tonight, sir? Slim, are you there? Brother Slim, are you there? All right, Brother Slim is not responding. Brother Don, are you there, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, Brother Don, welcome in, my friend. How you feel about the Pels tonight, my man?
Shoot, man, I feel good, man. I feel appreciative for the Pels just being here. DC, it get unchy over here. You get the busting outside. But yeah, so My bad, that had distracted me. So yeah, I'm appreciative of the wins, of the win tonight. I was listening to Jay Black a little bit about like tonight. Like I said, I'm appreciative, man. But the perspective is too that, I mean, you know, we got the win. I'm appreciative, but we did go against the Kings that we've been beating on all season. And like they said, styles make fights and all that stuff. Like, I mean, we got their number. So that wasn't really to me, that wasn't no test. I mean, shit, 6-0. You know, they are an NBA team. I mean, they have De'Aaron Fox, who I wouldn't mind coming to the team next year too, if we can make that happen. They got him. So, man, I'm appreciative that we were able to handle the business regardless. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, we did handle that. But man, we still gotta come out, man, with. I just hope the team, man. I listen to all the details, and you know, I like to observe people and body language, and see how how it translate, to the court and all that stuff. And then I'm just hoping, man. I mean, I'm hearing these guys talk, and I'm hoping, we on the same page, and they got the same goal, and we taking these games serious, man, from the coaching staff to the players, man. Cause we gotta make teams feel us, man, and we don't make them feel us. And I'm talking about from the start. You know what I'm saying? Like even from this game, I was just, I always tell people, I say Miami Heat is like one of my second best teams in the league because I love the way they play. Love the way Eric Spoelstra coach. Just stays on top of from him to Pat Riley and all of how they run their stuff over there. They just stay on top of the players and stuff like that, man. And I admire that, man. And I just wish we can adopt some of that stuff, man. Just be on top of things and early in the game, missing layups and shit. I would take a time out and let's remember where we at in the moment that we're in, and let's not forget. You know what I'm saying? We have to keep a mentality. We have to keep a certain urge for this moment, man. And we got to get some dog in us. We got to get some dog in us, man, and not get dog in us in the third quarter. You hear me? Not get dog in us in the fourth quarter. I'm talking about getting dog in us from first through fourth, the entirety of the game. You hear what I'm saying? Because you bring it late, you snooze, you lose. You dig what I'm saying? Like, so we gotta make sure that we're bringing that. So, and it starts from the coach, man. He has to emphasize that, man. You gotta make sure we staying on top of our game. Cause like I said, man, we just went against the Kings. Okay, man. I mean, shit. I mean, you gonna be in life. See, what you gonna just keep being satisfied with the level that you're on, or do you want to go higher? Do you want to grow? Do you want to take on the challenge to take the next level in your life, to take the next step in your life? You dig what I'm saying? You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You dig what I'm saying? So we're about to face a real team now. We about to face a real team, coach well, healthy, got everything stacked, and they got that, and they had the upper hand on us lately. So how we felt against the Kings, how Larry said, "Oh yeah, we felt confident." As one of the players, I believe it was Larry. We felt confident going into the game because we know. Well, yeah, now the OKC know. They know, you know what I'm saying? So being as though that's the case, now we got to handle our part. We got to come ready, war ready. You dig what I'm saying? Like Lex said, violence. You dig what I'm saying? Bringing that energy. And thing with the BI thing, we talk about the trade BI thing. I'm still not off the trade BI thing. And it's not. Now this is the thing with BI, man. This is how I view things, man. I'm a fan of the team. And I love the players that's here, especially Zion. That's my man. But I'm a fan of what is going to make this team win consistently and in the long run. And it's not that B.I. is not a good player, man. He's a good player, man. Good talent. It's just how it's coexisting and how it's not looking as good as we want it to look when both of the players are on the court together. I mean, we've seen it. I mean, against the Lakers, man, a great team, a good team, man. That we had to bench B.I. and CJ. You know what I'm saying, to really get something going in the game. You dig what I'm saying? So it's about how they coexisting. It's not, and maybe could it be some of the coaching that's messing up how they coexist? I don't know. It could be a factor, but I mean, I don't. If it's not that, then yeah, I mean, it looks like, man, look, he's not the fit for Zion. And if we had to choose, okay, now because I mean, the league, you got to choose a player. Shit, who you going with? Who you going to build around? We're gonna go with Z. We gotta go with Z. 40 and 11. LA Lakers. He just did it. He just showed you. Big time game. I'm talking big time game. Well, we didn't have the upper hand in that game. Because we was going against LeBron, King James, and AD, a lot of mismatches and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But so it's like, that's what we will go with. So now it's like, okay, boom. Now what fits with that? If this is not fitting, B.I., man, we love you, dog. But you know what? We're gonna have to get a better fit over here with Z, man. But we're gonna make, wherever whether it's we'll send you to Cleveland, go over there with Garland, do your thing, ball out, y'all go real long over there. We'll take Donovan Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? Like certain, so it's just that's my thing with the B.I. thing, man. And I appreciate him holding it down now. I'm not, like I said, I'm not bashing him because I appreciate him holding it down how he holding it down right now. I appreciate it, bro. But guess what? Z got to come back. So we got to make sure this thing can still go. That's the whole goal at the end of the day. We got to make sure this thing can go together. This is a together thing. This is a togetherness sport. We got to make sure we go together. That's how we going to win. That's how we going to ascend. So we got to make sure all these pieces is fitting, man. And if it don't fit, it's okay. It's not always going to fit. It's okay. We can make something else work. You dig what I'm saying? And show you love from afar. It's okay. So that's the thing with that, man. But like I said, man, I'm appreciative of everything else, man. Shout out to Jose, man. I love him, man. His energy for us it's tremendous, man. I love Jose, man. Like for me, in my eyes, the core of this team, dog, or who we need to keep, Zion, Jose, Herb, Jordan Hawkins, and I had one more guy, Trey Murphy. Those guys are for sure. That's our future right there. And it's built on, of course, Mike can bring another superstar and all that. So, man, that I'm very proud, man, of Trey, man. He's growing. I think he's starting to get, back in that flow that he kind of was in the off season because he was working on his game a lot, and then he had got hurt, and then he was probably ramping back up. I'm starting to see him, do a little more and more, handling the ball more, a little bit better stuff. Besides that little turnover in the game, and we got to tighten up on that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm appreciative, man. So, what we got now, let's just hold it down and let's do as much as we can.
All right. Appreciate you, Brother Don. Slim, are you there, sir?
Can you hear me? Big
Yeah,
Q, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Welcome on in, brother. The floor is yours.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, but let's go Pels. Big win tonight. We in the playoffs. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's go. The Pels and the Pels in 6 to beat OKC. That's in my opinion. Much love to y'all. Let's go Pels. That's all I gotta say.
All right, thank you, Slim. Appreciate that, man. This is the thing, man, with the Pelicans matchup here, and I'm bringing Lex. A lot of people, man. This matchup we won 2-1. You know, we got this matchup. I mean, they won the matchup 2-1. We weren't competitive in one of the matchups. Zion wasn't there in one of the matchups, but a lot of people was telling me, and I know I was getting DM'd a lot, that this is a blessing in disguise that the Pelicans ultimately didn't get the win over LA, because that would have put them up against Denver. They feel like OKC presents a better matchup for the Pelicans. So I know Zion is not there. He's not going to be there. But the Pelicans, man, overall, you know, and I ain't going to say they constructed to a degree. That is true. Pelicans are constructed to kind of play without Zion, if that makes sense, because so much time over the last several years, Zion is spent out with injury, that the team had to kind of learn to play or try to win without him. And a large portion of that was BI. He was the top option during that whole process of time. And of course, CJ McCollum is there, and we built a solid bench. Jose, Najee Marshall, Larry Nance. And then we have our guys like Dyson Daniels. Defense is there. He's kind of stepping up his offensive side of the game. Jordan Hawkins had some plus things happening during the regular season. He's just basically is not going to be a part of the rotation into the playoffs, which is a shame. And we have some weapons. We have a very good deep team. We've been knowing that for the last couple of years.
Hope to see you again soon, baby.
Right. So this is the thing, man, to talk about going into it, Lex. Let's talk about that, man, because a lot of people, they're not giving the Pelicans much of a chance, and I understand that. I get the fact that OKC is a team that's gritty. They play a lot of energy. They're just really good. They're a solid team. They went from nothing to something overnight. You know, they have a solid coach that nobody too much. The guy is not really a big flashy coach, but he's a solid coach. And he was able to build a good culture there with OKC. They had some good people around them, the Williams boys and all these guys. They really stepped their game up. So let's kind of look at that side of it, because I believe that we do have a puncher's chance, even though we don't have our big boy and our Zion to guide the team. This is not chopped liver. We still have guys that can really play. And you can see BI is pissed off coming into his, which I think is a plus. He's going to play pissed off. He's going to have these guys around him, and CJ got to step his game up. I think CJ will kind of get out of this little mini funk that he got going on, but Val was promising tonight. Love what Valanciunas did. We're going to need that type of production. We're going to need the second line in this matchup. So kind of talk to me in the panel. Y'all guys chime in after she does. Kind of talk to me about that edge, that side of the game for the Pelicans, because all this regular season stuff that we've been watching over the last 80-plus games, fam, we're here. So whatever we got to do, whatever talents that we have, this is where it's supposed to be on full display in the playoffs. So let's talk about that side of it, Lex.
I
mean,
I think what? So, were you saying something? Okay. Yeah, I think look, it's been an up and down season for the Pels. I mean, we all know this. It's been in and out. We've talked about the coaching, talked about, players' performance, the consistency, obviously, Zion's conditioning, just a lot of things, all the things that they've been going through. And aside from all those, all the flaws, I guess you could say, of the team, the Pels have found a way to win. I think just when we talk about the playoffs, I mean, obviously, everything matters now. You know what I'm saying? Like everything just matters. When I look at, with Brandon when he was benched the last 7 minutes. No, I think a lot of people were looking at that the wrong way. The thing is that there was a momentum, an energy that was lacking, and the lineup that was in there, it was working. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the comeback was like, I think it's fair to say that everybody believes that, if Zion hadn't gone out, we would have won that game. You had Jose, Trig, and Herb in there, obviously Nance. Defensively, they were really getting after it. And then offensively, Zion was the only one who had it going. So that was kind of like the whole vibe that was going on there. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, obviously, in that game against the Lakers, and really, I feel like a lot of these games, I feel like the Pelicans have lacked the energy to play against, the Lakers. I feel like that's been half the problem. Like you have to be ready to play. You have to be aggressive. You have to attack. And we saw that. Especially, with LeBron, it's like, he couldn't just go into the lane whenever he wanted to. No. Like you're going to have to play both ends of the floor. When you do that to a team, especially to another team superstars, it gives you a chance to win. And so, I think the thing is like guys got to perform. And I know, with BI, he's coming off of an injury and different things like that. I just think at this point, regardless of the flaws, and just the different lineups, rotations, whatever it may be, this team's just got to find a way to win. And that's what's been happening anyway, in spite of whether, again, everybody knows I've talked about Willie and things, and I've given Willie recognition of, just different games. But I think the biggest thing is just being consistent. Like just playing at a high level. When you find something that works, don't go away from it. And, I think that's just been the frustrating thing. But look, the Pelicans are here. They're going into the playoffs. They're going to be facing the Thunder. And I think a lot of times it's not so much as being negative, but really, for me, let me say that, for me, just keeping things in perspective, there's always something that you can improve upon. If you get into the mindset of being complacent and thinking that, hey, everything's good and there's nothing else that you can improve upon, then you're not growing. Really, that's life, isn't it? Like every day, you want to be better on today than you were yesterday. And you want to be better tomorrow than you were on today. So, it's the same thing when it comes to the game. There's always something that you can improve upon. That's not a negative thing. That's keeping things in perspective and like, hey, we can't get complacent. We got to put a full 48 minutes together, play together, move the ball, player movement, ball movement, and be disciplined, because there's always going to be a new situation to arise. So despite of all the things, because right now we can't make any trades. Right now, Willie Green is the head coach. All these things, like there's nothing's going to change the state of the team right now. So this is what we have, right? This team is what we have. And so, again, it's just like, look, they got to lock in and understand what's coming. And also understand, like, look, what you did against the Kings, that's great. But now you're coming into a new situation. Now you're being introduced to a new problem. Now you have to find new solutions. So I mean that's the thing with the Pels and just despite all the small details, all the noise, the flaws, things they need to work on, they gotta find a way to win because at the end of the day that's what they've been doing. They've been finding ways to win in spite of. So
Yeah, it's encouraging the fact that they're on the road, man. They seem to play better on the road. That'll kind of
yeah,
that's
that
a
makes a
natural.
huge difference.
Oh yeah, they on the road against OKC. They gel better there, and
Yeah,
hopefully,
best record. I think they
right,
said the Pels got the best record on the road.
right. So a lot of people saying, that we thinking in the league. So you look at a lot of people looking at it and saying we don't have a chance. I think we can get some games here, man. And like I said, the Pelicans could surprise people. And of course, if we can kind of, I'm gonna be realistic because OKC is a hell of a team, man. We've been playing them over the last couple of years, and they've been really kind of just a tough cover for us. We can't turn the ball over against this team. We got to have high IQ basketball. We got to exhibit some real good qualities in the playoffs. So I'm looking forward to the entire team kind of elevating their play, including Willie with his coaching style. Like I said, but this is what it's all for. 80-something games, a dress rehearsal to get ready for the playoffs. This is where it all counts. The Pelicans have to turn it on. All right, we got a couple of more chimers coming up in here. Random thoughts and DJ. Shout out to you guys. We'll start with you, brother Random. Unmute your mic, sir, and let's hear what you got to say. What do you think about the Pelicans tonight, man? Random thoughts, you there? All right, random thoughts. I don't know, something going on with his mic. DJ, are you there, sir?
Yeah, I'm in here.
All right, DJ, welcome on in, man. What you think about the Pels tonight, bro?
I'm gonna be like Lex and be like, we made it. We actually made it. It was hard getting here. We shouldn't be in this predicament, but we made it. As one of the ushers that actually working now, it was legit. I can honestly say it was legit. Y'all, y'all.
Oh, DJ, you might going in and out, brother. It's doing a robot effect. We can't hear you, DJ.
Get it going.
Okay, DJ's mic is messing up on him. DJ, you might have to pop back out there and pop back in, man. You got your mic together?
I'm
Okay, hold on. You sound better now, bro. Whatever you're doing now, keep doing it. You sound cleared up. All right, well, DJ popped out. All right, random thoughts. You ready, bro?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Y'all hey, what's up? It's PK.
Oh, PK. Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's up, guys? First off, I want to say, unlike everyone else, I want to say, let's freaking go. Let's go, baby. We got it. We're in the playoffs. Like, who cares how we did it? We're in. Right?
That's right. We need to just stay in now. That's the whole. But
I'm saying, come on, like,
yeah,
we like,
we
why
gotta
are
stay
we
in
talking
that.
like we lost the game?
No,
We didn't lose the game. We won.
Hey, listen. I'm just gonna be honest.
Won.
We did, bro. I am very happy about that. I really, but like I said, we celebrate tonight. But like I said, it's a 1-day turnaround, and then we got OKC that we're looking at. So it's quite the accomplishment.
Yeah, but we're in it. We got in.
Yes. Yes, that
We did it. Like, we're in it. Now we can like go. Like, we listen. We had a 70 freaking game season. We got in. We did it. We're in.
That's
Come
right.
on.
Hey,
Come
I'm
on,
with you.
fam.
I'm with you, PK.
This is the Pelican fan, baby. This is what I'm
Come
talking
on,
about.
fam.
I'm with you. I'm good. We good.
Come on, fam. We won. We won our playoffs. We're in.
We in,
And
brother.
now we can complain later. Let's not talk about these next season moves, whatever. Fuck Will Green. Like, fuck Willie. Fuck everyone.
Hold on, we
Did you
can't
hear
say that
what
about
Nance said?
Didn't nobody say all that,
Hold
PK,
on,
dog.
PK, we can't.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
PK, that's
Listen,
the
I'm
we
pumped.
need
I
Willie.
don't know how everyone's not excited about this.
No,
Yeah.
we excited. We
We
just
are.
putting it together.
Yes.
Like,
We
we're
kind
in. We're in. We made
Yes.
yes.
Hey man, you was at the game, man.
No,
Yeah.
no, but I was like,
we expected to be in, man. I mean, we knew the Pelicans was going to be a good team.
no,
Just
Lex.
expected.
Not expected. Not expected. We're in.
Yeah.
We were almost out.
Did you? Okay. All right.
We were almost out. We're almost out. We could have been like talking about like we're talking like we're out. We're in.
Mm-hmm.
We got this. We got this.
A lot of work to be done, but
Hey,
yeah.
you might need to talk to the players, brother. You sound
I
you
should.
sound real motivated.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like DC, I don't know what's gonna happen in the 7-game series that we got, but we're in.
Got a shot, huh?
You know, we can like do something here, but it's like we don't have to be down about this. We won. We
we
could have been done.
Yeah. That's why I say I'm appreciative.
This is not a funeral.
It's not. It's not. I appreciate it. Appreciate you.
So what you guys think? What you guys think about like I wanted to ask you what you guys think about the post-game pressers. I was really kind of like shocked how CJ acts when he's playing like shit, and then in the pressers he's making jokes, and he's like cracking jokes like we have everything figured out, when it's like us as fans, we know we don't have everything figured out. But CJ is supposed to be like our point guard, supposed to be like our like general in a sense, right?
Yes.
And he's like, and he is like cracking jokes, and he's like you know, like I see
talking
like
about Netflix.
Yeah, he's talking about Netflix. Yeah, he's talking about Netflix. No, he was talking about some weird shit. I don't know what he was saying.
He was talking about Martin.
He was talking
What
about like
TV show?
Naruto and stuff. He was like, I don't have a clue what he was saying, but it's like, I want my point guard to be a killer. And I think last time Q said he's like we need like a point guard. But this guy is like cracking jokes. He's like to the fans, to us. Look at us. We're like fighting amongst each other. And this guy's like cracking jokes. Why? Like, I don't even understand. Like, do you think it's the coaching, or what do you think is the issue? Why our team can't be serious in these serious moments for the fans?
No, you want me to answer that? I can answer that.
Yeah.
So he has a different mentality than normal. Well, everybody don't look at coaching at high pressure points and attack it with seriousness. So you can attribute this to like taking tests. Some people that take tests, they're terrible when they're super serious. Some people who take tests, they're super great when they're super serious. So Willie Green's methodology seems more of
I'm talking
laid
about
back.
CJ. CJ is
See,
not serious.
but
Willie is trash. We all know that.
CJ is not like really our point guard. He's point guard by position. There's plot him in as that, but he's not really the center. There's a point. He's a point guard by committee. So everybody on the floor, Zion be the point guard, Bi be the point guard. Everybody else is the point guard. He's the point guard sometimes. Jose Alvarado is the point guard. Is the point guard by committee. So it's not all weight on his shoulders anyway. So he
So
can't
that's why
grab the
we
ball.
do the. So that's why we do this whole year. We do the dribble, 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 turnover.
Yeah, but it wasn't like that all because
That's
he
why
had
the shot clock
some hot.
is always a mess. Is
He had
because
some
the
he had some
point
hot
guard
streaks.
is not a true point guard. It's because he's never played a point guard until he got to Pels.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we need a floor general that can actually get people the ball at the right times. Yes, we need that.
He fucking loves to dribble. That's for damn sure.
That's
Yeah.
but that's the only way he could get a shot off. So he's older. He's not he don't got explosive speed.
He's
He has
never
to
played
get
point guard until he came to New Orleans. Like
Well, he
they
did
put
play
him
a
in
little
a
bit of
new
point
position,
guard at
right, Lex?
Portland when Dame was out. He did
Yeah.
play a little bit of point guard. He did take on that role, but it wasn't for a long stretch.
But
He did it in spurts.
Lex for his main role, he was never used to like taking the ball out, right? Like it was always Lillard that would always take the ball out.
He don't take the ball out right now. Like sometimes he don't bring the ball up most of the time.
Yeah, usually it's Zion or
Oh,
Herb.
or Herb. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about Herb. Yep.
Yeah, and sometimes Dyson brings the ball up. But CJ's true position is a two.
A two guard.
Yeah, he's a two guard. He's not really. He can be a combo guard, which plays a little bit of the one, but not for long stretches. He only does that by situation. So if like at Portland, if Dame was hurt, he would take on that role as far as handling the ball, either him or I forget the young dude's name, but I can't think of his name right now. But he would just take on that role by the situation, and it's the same thing here. Obviously, Bi was out, so he handled the ball more. And now.
But Lex, what do you think about this? He's got this like this nonchalant mentality. Whether it's like if I have a good game, nonchalant. If I have a bad game, it's okay. It's whatever. USA.
I mean, CJ is an interesting guy. I look at him as a politician.
Right. Me too.
He really he has a good talk
like
on him. He knows how to says all the right things, but obviously I think it's one of those things. When I look at Zion when he went to CJ in that Clippers game, he basically told him that we need Portland CJ. I think with
we need
CJ,
a killer.
I think he has to be, called out in a certain way where it's like, but it's motivating, it's uplifting for him.
Yeah, we need CJ. We need CJ with those floaters where he drives into the paint and then kicks out. Maybe there's not enough room anymore with Zion and JV and BI there. Maybe there's not enough room, but he's all like CJ was like a master of driving into the paint and doing these little floaters or ditching and or going from inside out and stuff.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't even go inside that much.
Well, I mean, obviously with BI being back and Zion being out, the complexity of the game has changed a little bit. CJ was using Zion's gravity When CJ takes 3 dribbles or less,
Zion's gravity,
it's
yeah, I
it's a
think we're all
higher
using
it's a
Zion's
higher
gravity.
probability of him making the basket because really, again, he's kind of like a set shooter or a 2 guard with just making less dribbles. Now, I'm not saying that when he does start dancing, he can't make those shots. He can,
He also
but
can't get assists.
consistently when he's taking 3 dribbles or less, if you go back and watch the games and you look at how many dribbles he's taken, advancing towards the basket or taking that 1 dribble and pulling up or taking going in and out, you know what I'm saying? Or a step back, that's where he thrives. If you look at those
Right.
when they were on the road, look at what he was doing. He was playing his everything was first nature when he was playing, like where he just takes that many dribbles and he's not doing a whole lot of dancing. Now, I'm not saying he can't do it at all, just not in like for long stretches. It's like, okay, CJ, just a little bit here. Okay, don't do it the next time down, dog. No, don't put up a heater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then you mentioned this. We all watch this game, and you say, "Don't." I think we all, as fans, watch this, and when we watch him play, we all say, like during the game on TV, we're like, "Don't." Like whether it's a pull-up 3 or whatever, we're like, we do these. Don't, CJ. Don't, because we already freaking know. Like.
I mean, he just has to do a better job of of reading the game. I mean, on that 4-game road winning streak, I mean, CJ was playing phenomenal. And I don't know if anybody else noticed, he wasn't making a lot of mistakes. He was really playing, like really going with the flow and the vibe of the game. He wasn't forcing anything. And that's the CJ that we need, because I think really the decision making has been the biggest thing, like down the stretch. Like we know what he can do because he's the only
Willie's
one who's gone
rotations
far in the playoffs on
I
this team.
think Willie's rotations are coming down to bite us in the ass right now, because Willie was doing these hockey rotations where he was flipping guys so much where now we're like I'm glad we won this damn game, but now we don't even know what rotations are on our team. As fans, like what we have no idea what an actual rotation looks like.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a terrible thing, because there's no flow, there's no cohesion, there's no you can't build. Like if someone gets hot, like someone gets hot, he would just pull them because he sees on this roster that it says that it's like, okay, they should be coming out. No, it's like there's no cohesion. There's no, like, the roster is too deep. Like, we are so talented that there's so many people that he tries to put off because the bench is so deep. It seems like he can't figure out how to get the minutes right.
Because different games provide different things. So if you're saying have a cohesion, it can't be both. You can't. So in an 82 game season, you have too many guys. Like if you play actually he do play the same type of roster most of the time. He goes with a defensive roster most of the time. He goes with his guys most of the time. If they're playing, if they're healthy, if one of them get hurt, he'll play the guys that don't usually play. It's usually like that.
No. But think about the games that we had where we had like large leads. When we have a large lead, when you say like, let's stomp on the neck of this team, let's say like, let's stomp on the neck of this team and let's finish them off. We don't. We start going into odd rotations. The teams start coming back. and it's just how it's been the whole year.
No, but that's not odd rotations. That's his coaching philosophy. They do the 10-game thing.
Okay, so let me
I
give you an
explained that
example.
a lot of times.
Let me give you an example. Let's say JV is scores 12 points in 7 minutes.
Yes.
Do you bring in Nance?
No, I don't.
Or do you let him cook?
I let him cook.
Well, that's not what Willie does. He doesn't let guys cook. When BI is cooking, he pulls him out. He's been doing this whole season. Like, doesn't matter who you pick anyone off the roster. When someone is cooking, he just pulls him based on analytics.
But that's what controls the game right now is analytics. Like, that's what most of the coaches do is analytic coaching. They don't do field coaching. So they don't do that no more. That's the old school. You're talking about old school basketball. See what matchup, attack the matchup.
But I feel like maybe we're missing that vibe of the old school coaching.
Oh, then
maybe. Hey,
do you want the new school or old school? Because old school say attack the match.
I'm just glad we won. I don't care about
attack the matchup is old school. But if you can mix blend the both, he could be. But it's controlled by analytics and per minute. Oh, this guy paid per minute. Oh, I should get him out at this time because based on my analytics, his body had declined a certain way, and I will lessen the likelihood of him getting injured if I don't play him back-to-back 30-minute games.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. That's why Zion ain't played back-to-back games for a lot of the season.
Right. Well, I would hold off on Zion and Ingram, but it's like, sometimes it's like if you pull, think about it. If you're an actual player,
yes,
if you're not a robot. Let's say you're not a robot. You're an actual player, and let's say you're in the lineup, and you're playing, and you're scoring points, and then you get pulled out after 5 minutes. Then they say you got to go in 2 minutes. Then you got to go in 3 minutes. Just think about how difficult it is to have a flow if you were, as a human, if you were not a robot, not in analytics, if you were on fire, how are you going to, it's like, I'm on fire right now. Okay, I'm getting pulled out. Now I got to go back in. And you're like, you're a professional. You should freaking just deliver in 2 minutes. You got to deliver in 1 minute. You got to deliver in 30 seconds. It's just not how it works. There's a flow to basketball. There's a flow that you have to follow. There's you have to hit that vein and just go ride it out.
I hope he's listening to you. But if analytics and most likely our GM, I had a basketball operations is more analytic driven as well. So analytics control it. So,
but Pelicans feel like this all analytics. So we feel like robotic. Like, we don't trust our coach. We don't trust our team. Like, we won our freaking. I am so ecstatic. Like, I'm so happy. It feels like it's my freaking birthday that we won this game. And then every fan that calls in is like bummed out. Oh, we should do this. It's like, what the hell are we talking about?
Well, hold on just a second. Hold on just a second, Jay Black. Let me give a shout out to Brother Aramis. Shout out to you. Thank you for your super chat, Brother Aramis. Good to hear from you, brother. And also,
hey,
DJ. Hold on,
I'm sorry if I'm taking up too much of your time.
No, it's okay. Hold on just a second. I won't get DJ involved. I know he wanted to chime in. He finally got his mic together. I'm gonna turn it back over to Jay Black. I know he wanted to say something about it. But listen, we've been the Pelican Postgame Report. We've been doing this for a while. We've seen a lot from the Pelicans over the years, so we're seasoned in terms of our emotions on how we deal with this team. As this season showed you, this season was indicative of how the Pelicans would take your feelings and yank them up and down all damn season long. They'll go on these really good winning streaks on the road and then come home and lose 4 of the 5 home games, or how many games it was, and you be scratching your head. We were going through this all season long. Years prior to this, Zion Williamson's injuries, team injuries that happened, and we couldn't totally get all of the guys on the court at the same time. It has been, I'm gonna tell you something, the Pelicans faithful have been beat the hell up. So what you
You're
see,
expecting to have your heart broken.
no. We're veterans here. We're seasoned. We have control of our emotions. We understand. We celebrate when it's time to celebrate. We're happy for it because we expected the Pelicans to win the playoffs. I mean, to get into the playoffs because of the talent of the team. We knew if they stay healthy enough, we were going to get in.
We won the fucking play-in. We're in the playoffs.
You still got you're in the playoffs.
You got to keep it
You
together,
still
though,
got
man.
this. Hold on, listen.
That's
You can't.
amazing.
You
We could
can't
have been
get.
out.
Listen, bro. Listen. And you're the one that's going to be calling Q. I can't believe, man. What happened to listen, bro. You talking to people that we do this, man. Lex, J Black. They know. PC, they know. We've been here. We've been doing this for years, man. We've
It's
been
okay
here.
to be excited, but you got to keep yourself together,
But
man.
you got to complete the job, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
We're very happy that the Pelicans clinched. Here.
Can't get too high, can't get too low.
Right.
You got to stay even keel.
So
this is the problem. This is
This
the problem because you're saying to complete the job is to get the chip.
to complete the job. That's what I'm saying. You got through the door.
Complete the job is
That's
get
like
the
getting
chip.
through the door at the club. You standing outside the
So
club.
Pelicans are going
long
for the
ass
chip now.
line outside the club. Everybody standing out the club. You know what you did? You accomplished
for
tonight? Hold on,
Pelicans
PK.
is going for a chip.
Hold on, PK. Listen to what I'm saying, brother. You got into the club. Is what you did tonight. Let's equate it. Let's use this analogy. You were standing outside the club in a long ass line. It's a popping club. They got the music blasting. It's a real popping club. What you did was you walked through the door of that club. You finally got in. Now you got to take care of business. Now you're among the NBA elite in the Western Conference. Do you belong? You won. You belong. Now it's time to take care of business. That's why you've seen Brandon Ingram have the type of demeanor that he had, is because he understands what's in front of them. All these other guys, they're happy for the win, but they're not going to be blown all out of proportion. They know they got to turn around and go back and hit the plane and go to OKC and play this team. This the best team in the schedule wise in the
Okay,
NBA.
so the club is the chip. What are our expectations? What's a successful season for us?
A successful season, and everybody got different reasons.
A chip?
But in terms of me, hold
are
on.
we gonna
You
hate?
answer the question.
Are we gonna hate on Pels every single freaking year?
PK, hold on. You're asking questions and then you're answering the questions
until they win a chip.
You're asking questions. You're answering your own question. You're asking me a question. You're answering it for me. I can listen to what you got to say, or you want me to answer your question. What on my expectation for Pelicans is to compete hard every night. That's what I'm asking for my team to do. Compete hard every night. To play high IQ basketball to the best of their ability. To go out there and compete. To play with energy and intensity. That's what I'm asking for my team to do. When we do that, we win the majority of our games. We're not perfect, but we have the talent to compete. Now, what I expect about a lot of people not giving us no credit against OKC, but OKC is an inexperienced team. They got a lot of players there that never, they're pretty much an inexperienced team, similar to us, but they've played solidly for this entire season. Who knows what happened if the Pelicans step the hell up against this team? We play really well we're the best road record in the NBA. They're not saying that. They're not talking about that. The Pelicans can very well go into OKC and bust the hell out of these people. They really can. If they play with what I said they need to play with. That's my expectations. I'm not expecting the chip from the Pelicans.
But here's my issue with what you said. You're saying what you're saying right now. I have talked to people from like other teams and throughout the season, like other fans and stuff like that, they were scared shitless of us, of New Orleans Pelicans. So like you talk like hey, we're getting in the club, but everyone else thinks that New Orleans is like, like the guy like with a hot girl right there about to get into the club.
Yep. And if he don't handle his business, he can lose that hot girl. It all goes back to taking care of it.
Who are the people you're talking about? You said
Right.
fans. Who are those people? What fans of the teams are they?
So like fans, so great question. So Kings fans, Lakers fans, Timberwolves fans, many teams have been scared shitless because everyone, let's be serious, everyone thought that we're going to be 5 this year, right? We like everyone thought we actually could have been 5 this year.
You mean the 5th seed?
Everyone in West Coast Conference.
Okay.
Like we could have been 5. So like Clippers fans, like people from I talked to people from LA. I talked to people from I talked to many freaking people, and everyone was scared shitless of New Orleans like 20 games before the end. Like at All-Star game. Everyone's like, oh, here comes the freaking Pelicans. Pelicans the dark horse. Everyone's like, Pelicans the dark horse. But the Pelicans fans are the ones that are like, oh, hey, we gotta get in the club.
But that's because
you know why they're saying that?
Are you trying to mimic Big Q's voice?
Yeah, because that was PK. That was awful.
That was not it.
I gotta say, that was pretty awful, bro. That's pretty.
like, I
I'm
mean,
just
that's
kidding.
because, bro,
I'm kidding. I'm just messing around.
I'm saying, man.
Lakers fans.
They damn sure didn't play. Lex, they sure didn't play like that. Like they were scared of us over the last couple of games, the regular season finale and the game, did they? I'm saying you can't talk about Lakers or Timberwolves people and then talk about Pelicans people. We know this team, man.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
We know this team and what they capable
they
of.
outside looking in.
Right. We watch this team every night, man. We know what
you realize Kings fans also know their damn team.
They know their team.
Kings have gone through
Pelicans ran through their team the whole year, PK. They didn't have we ran through that team the whole year. We beat them 6 times in 1 year, man.
Yo, Kings had a team that was trash for way longer than Pels.
I don't know about all that, but I'm gonna say
that can be relative.
I don't know. I don't know about that. You dig into the history.
It's not competition to see like who's worse.
You bringing these points up, PK. Hold on. Let me. Yeah, you're saying this stuff, and I'm saying I agree. No, you good. Let me bring somebody else in because I want DJ to chime in, and I want to kind of work the room and bring it all because I know everybody else got some stuff to say. DJ, are you there, bro? Your phone working? DJ? DJ might have fallen asleep.
Big Q, you fell asleep the other day, didn't you?
He sure did. He'll wake up in like an hour.
Hey, Big Q, you fell asleep the other day.
I think he said he worked tonight. I think he worked tonight.
We was calling. He was like, Big Q, where Big Q go? And then you had
we won. Let's go.
DJ, go ahead. We're gonna work it back around. DJ is I think he fell asleep. But Lex, J Black, Don, y'all feeling y'all can join the conversation. I don't want to leave y'all out, but feel free to chime in on the talking point. Should we be more excited? Because what PK is saying, should we be fucking excited? Should we throw it all to the wind? Should we be more excited? What you think?
Listen, okay. You want to go on, Don?
I mean, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say, look, I don't think you get a championship for getting out of the play-in and into the playoffs. What I
That
mean is
Lex,
that
hold on, Lex. Hold on,
What?
Lex. That was
Okay.
that was
Jesus
that was
Christ, that's so.
that was super truthful. That was on fire. You don't get a damn championship
That's
for
way too
winning
truthful. So like,
to get
fuck it,
to
let's give up.
no,
I'm just done.
PK,
I'm
man.
not
You
with you.
gotta
No,
stay.
but listen.
Go
I'm
ahead.
watching baseball. I'm watching baseball from now on.
Oh, I mean, that's cool, man. I mean, the thing is that the Pelicans have not won anything, and to act like and to portray or to show the emotion like they have, it's kind of
They won
premature.
something today.
Yes, they got into the playoffs.
Yes.
And they got into the AC. That's great. But now it's kind of like when a college player is going into the NBA. In college, you're the star, you win a championship, all that good stuff. Now you're going to the next level. Guess what? You're a rookie again. Okay? You're a rookie again. You're not the top dog. Okay? It's keeping things in perspective. Be excited. Yeah, I'm in the league. I'm a rookie. But now I got to work my way back up again, just like you did in college. Just like you had to do when you went from to college from high school. Yes, be excited, but you got to understand you got a bigger task in front of you. You got to step it up even more. Yeah, you can be excited, but don't you still have more to prove. The Pelicans have more to prove.
We have nothing. We have every single win matters. Every goddamn fucking playoff win matters. Every win.
Yeah. So there's more to prove.
To us, just because we have not won anything.
Yeah, you haven't won anything. So the Pelicans have to prove something. Like, you do know the Pelicans are not really respected like that. Mainstream media does not respect the Pelicans like that. You saw what they said on tonight.
Lex, I
when
couldn't
you
even
can
find
bring up
anyone
Kendrick
covering this
Perkins,
game.
you can bring up Stephen A. Smith, you can bring up individual podcasters. You can bring up just a lot of different facets where this team has not been respected over the years. The thing is, this team has a lot to prove.
Lex,
Even to the fan base.
Even
Say
this
again?
game, even this game in the play-in, I try to search it on the internet. It's not there. No one covered it. Not a single
That's not true.
media outlet covered us.
It was on TNT.
It was on TNT. Yeah, it was on the main.
It was
No
nationally
one covered
televised.
You talking about after the game?
Like the pregame. No one had like a pregame besides the TNT. But like during the day, FS1 did not cover. They were covering Lakers.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah,
this was the game today, and no
they're
one
locked
covered it
in.
at
They're
all.
locked in on the
Revenue.
actual playoffs. The Pelicans were not in the playoffs. Like, everybody's kind of locked in on, hey, talking about the teams that are in the playoffs. Guess what? Now the Pelicans are in the playoffs. So now you're going to start hearing, people talk about the Pelicans. But the thing is, regardless of that, Pelicans have to prove something. Like, it's not like the Pelicans have a tradition of going to the playoffs every year.
I think they can this year.
Well, yeah, they're in the playoffs
I
now.
think they can make. I think they can make some noise this year because, like, imagine if we had OKC. I mean, Nuggets.
What?
Or like
Yeah,
that would have been like.
Yeah, we got the right circumstance for sure. We got the right
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, no, we got. Oh
team,
no,
guys.
this is not the right circumstance. It don't matter who we play. These are top teams.
Whoa.
Yeah,
let's stop with that. OKC is not no walk in the park.
Yeah,
Like,
they're not a
y'all not going. Y'all got y'all got no down
no one
OKC.
No one is.
And
I'm not down at OKC.
oh wait.
They not the
Hey
champs. They're not
man,
the champs, bro.
Man, it doesn't matter. They are number one team. You don't want to play them either. Or you want to play none of them guys. Well, we ain't going to down them now. So if we do, if we do beat them, no. See, this is how it is. You down to you.
Just like
You down,
LeBron James. Just like LeBron James is 7th seed, and we can
and you're
lose.
gonna be out number one.
We can lose to him in comparison of winning. In comparison of beating the 3rd and 2nd seed. That's what I'm saying. It's about the matchup, bro. It's about experience in the matchup, bro.
It is about the matchup, but the thing is, like, everybody's in the playoffs. All these teams have made it into the playoffs. That means they've earned their right to be here. Like, they didn't just get here by chance. Just like the Pelicans. I mean, a lot of people probably say, "Oh, y'all just got lucky." But the thing is, the Pelicans are in the playoffs. So look, we got to respect our opponent. Like, yes, the OKC, they don't have a lot of experience. But you know what? They play together. If you watch their games, they do not play like a young team. They play like a veteran team. Okay? Let's get that
we can fight.
Clear.
Right. Like, but I want y'all, I think y'all, I mean, I don't want y'all taken out of the context, but I'm saying if we would have the perfect the better route. This is a better route. That's all.
What's the better route
to getting to the next round? While Zion out and everything, we got it right now. We got it. This is the better route. And I don't want y'all to say no because the Denver just won the championship. The Denver just won the championship, and you got to factor in everything, bro. It's about matchups, bro. It's about age, bro. It's about experience, bro. It's about how the Pelicans players feel. How confident are they feeling when they go toe to toe versus those players out there, bro? They're not scared of saying them, bro. They're not scared of them, bro. But they would have been fair in Denver a little bit, but they're not scared of saying them, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's not perfect. It is not perfect at all, bro. But this is the better route. Trust me.
We can fight.
Listen, I don't think it is. I don't think no is no better route.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't see no better route. We in the playoffs. We in the playoffs. The only better route.
I asked LeBron, bro.
Were you saying Nugget? You want to play
what the
Nuggets?
LeBron? That don't make no sense. I don't know what that means. So
who would he have rather played? For real. He ready to play the Nuggets, but damn, so he'll take.
We're not the Lakers. Why are we worried about the Lakers? What they prefer?
Because, bro, I'm just telling you that there's a such thing of a better route, an easier route.
Yeah, I get that, but not this year.
This is an easier route, like no doubt.
No, it's not.
No.
I don't know what y'all comparing. Y'all comparing it to the Denver Nuggets? Y'all comparing it to the Denver Nuggets?
Like, so you all can understand the Pels actually match up well with the Nuggets. They've matched up well. I mean, the Lakers can't even beat the Nuggets. That's a bad matchup for them.
Without Zion.
But I mean, I think the point was to get into the playoffs.
The playoffs. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, it's a horrible thought to gamble on losing a game just to get to face the Kings and go up against the Thunder. That's a warped mentality. At this point in the season, you have to be confident on whatever matchup you get. Because
that's what I'm stating.
To take a
We're not
gamble
built like
on
that.
losing a game
we have injuries.
just to face the Kings and then beat the Kings and then play the Thunder, that's crazy. Like,
we're hurt
because they were talking about that with the Lakers as far as should the Lakers lose. That's crazy to think, but no, as a competitor, you're trying to win to get into the playoffs. And that was the same concept even for the Pels. It's about getting in. It makes no sense to take a gamble on losing and
not me and making the playoffs.
Out of the playoffs. You know, like you got to be ready to play whoever you're going up against. And none of these games,
but we're not ready.
None of these games are pushover games.
Right.
We're not
You're
ready
right.
to play
We're
whoever
not.
we can. We're hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, nah, I don't know about that.
Y'all getting out of hand. Come on now.
No, I'm not.
What you don't
So
know about? What you don't know about if we hurt, bro?
Stop it. I said this. Stop. Can you let me talk? God damn. No, you
No,
gonna keep
go
talking?
ahead.
All right. So we made the playoffs without Zion. We made the playoffs before. It don't matter if we hurt. It don't matter if we hurt. I told y'all before. This is a whole team effort, and if we hurt, we gotta play Pelicans basketball. It's different ways we play when anybody's in a game against any team. We find ways to win. That's the way we are. The way you're saying this, we should. I'm happy we lost because if we would have played Denver, it's guaranteed we'd have got swept. Like, come on, man, that war mentality. Nah, hell no.
Listen.
I'm just saying that Denver's the better team, bro.
Okay, they might be. They don't got the better record.
They got identical records.
They don't got the better record.
Identical. So wait.
Let me say this again. Do they got the better record?
One seed and the Nuggets are second. I mean, and plus, I think they won the tiebreaker.
Who?
The Nuggets.
Right.
So
it's just
I mean,
a tiebreaker,
there's nothing
bro.
wrong. I mean, the Thunder, they're the number one seed because we're facing the number one seed.
Obviously.
I mean, there really isn't nothing to argue.
Yeah, who's the better team?
Maniac would say that we want to go through Nuggets. You would have to be a psychopath to want to go through Nuggets.
Oh man,
We
listen,
understand
I
that
don't know
the
where you
Nuggets
from.
are the defending champs, you
But
guys.
they're not unbeatable. Come on.
But the thing is that look, we're facing the number one seed, and we don't want to treat. We don't want to undermine the Thunder. That's our opponent right now.
That's what y'all do.
No, we're not, bro. We're not. I'm just saying, bro. If you have to
be a route,
bro, it is the perfect. Bro, listen to what me and whatever your name is, bro. Like, bro, he just said we're injured. So if we're injured, what is the best route an injured team can go?
Cause you yelling on me.
There's no easy route. There is no easy route. But where's the best? What's the best possibility? Possibility. That's all I'm talking right now, y'all. Possibility, bro.
You want me to answer that?
Possibility.
Because you're yelling. That make you right.
I'm just passionate about it. Lex, Lex, tell him, Lex, I'm passionate about this, Lex.
Whatever you want to say, if you want to leave that class, I got it. The better route would have been winning more games and being in the
bro, we can't control that, bro. That's done.
Winning more games. Winning more games.
That's
and
done.
being in the 4th seed.
That is done.
Okay.
We have an injured player.
I just want to say this.
Been
can't go back.
No matter what seed we're in the playoffs, the thing is, look, I want to point this out because it's factual. Okay, look, last season the Miami Heat were the 8th seed.
Thank you, Adrian.
And they went all the way to the finals.
Thank you, Adrian.
Let me say that again. The Miami Heat were the 8th seed in the
They build different.
last
You know
season.
they build different, Lex.
Via the play-in, and they went all the way to the finals to play the Denver Nuggets.
In Eastern Conference, when they
the
traded
thing
everybody
is,
out
that
of
means
Eastern
the
Conference.
Miami Heat, 8th seed,
Lex, come on.
via the play-in, they beat all the higher seeds above them. Right? It doesn't matter. Look, it doesn't matter what seed you're in. Okay. The thing is, whoever your opponent is, you have to get a game plan together to beat them. Okay, and that's what they did. Now, right now, the Pelicans are the 8th seed, and the Miami Heat were the first ones to do it out of the play-in. And it's possible that the Pelicans could be the second team to do it. But it's not going to be easy. It's about focusing on the opponent that's in front of you.
Right.
Not undermining them because they earned to be there too.
The fact that we have
it's a respect thing. And you go up in there and you go in there and you fight. The thing is that look, we can look at anybody else. We could have been here. Guess what? We're not.
We're
The
not.
Pelicans are the 8th seed, and they're going up against the Thunder. And we need to focus on them, this young team that plays like a veteran team, and find a way to beat them to get to the second round so that Zion can play and our team can be whole again. And then we can really bust some behind and get on to the Western Conference Finals. Is that not the goal here?
That is absolutely the goal.
We don't know the limit on this team, guys.
What limit? What are you talking? That you're bringing up a
I'm
lot of
saying we
random
don't
topics.
know how good this team actually is.
She's right. Okay. All right. I don't even know what to say to that. So I'm looking at the favorites, like the point spread. How do y'all feel about OKC being 7.5 favorite to beat us by 8?
That's cool.
Okay.
That's
Based on-
amazing.
Hey,
Is that what the spread is right now? 7
the
points?
spread right now 7.5. 8.
Okay,
8
good.
basically.
I'm putting my money. I know where to put my money.
Yeah.
What's a way we can win the game?
Man, playing physical, bro. Blitzing Shea, time to time. What you call them? Like making sure that we make check fillers. But Willie he gotta be on his rotations like quick though. It gotta be like whatever the flow of the game is or what we need at that time. So if it's abusing Chet a little bit, throw JV out there. If JV getting a little, you know what I'm saying. But if JV's giving it to him on the offensive end and then letting up a little bit on
You're
the
on
defensive
point.
end, let it ride. Cause at the end of the day, he gonna wear him down. But if he just jump, if Jonas ain't giving too much on the offensive end and he just getting abused on the defensive end, I bet we got out. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna rock with Larry. So we just gotta bring the energy. It's like Lex be saying, bro. We gotta initiate, bro. We gotta initiate the energy, bro. Cause you know what they're gonna do. They're gonna bring that energy.
Fight.
We gotta fight.
We gotta fight,
bro. We know OKC. We familiar with each other. Like we know each other. You know what I'm saying? You see, Bi confident. He confident going against OKC. You see it, like you know what I'm saying? Like so, we wanna come. You know what I'm saying? I think we ready for them. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. I feel that like the team has a little bit more confidence going against them. You dig what I'm saying? In comparison of if they were, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just speaking on the team's confidence. I'm not even saying how they should approach it. I mean, they should be confident with anybody, ready to scrap with anybody. But if I'm being realistic with my team, I'm gonna say, okay, yeah, I think they're a little confident against OKC. You dig what I'm saying? They gonna go out there and they gonna throw it all at, you know what I'm saying, Shay? We got the defenders for Shay.
Grind it out.
We got the defenders for Shay. I mean, we got Dyson, we got Herb. You know what I'm saying? Jose gonna get in there. We just gotta be
motherfuckers down.
We just gotta be pesty. Like we saying, like the last game, we almost got them, but they outworked us like towards the end. You know what I'm saying? Just outworking us. So we can't let that happen. If that happened, then you know what I'm saying? Like, cause we I think we bigger than them, right? Yeah. Besides Chet. You know what I'm saying?
No, not necessarily.
No, we are.
We
are. We bigger than them. Besides Chet, bro. Yeah, bro.
We got long ass arms.
They like 6'5", bro. They like 6'5", 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", no, 6'3", like stuff like that. Kason Wallace, 6'3", Dort, 6'4",
You're talking about the guards.
Williams. This the people they play.
Oh, what's the height of Williams?
6'5". 6'5". He got long ass arms. That's what I'm saying. Williams got long ass arms.
Williams being there's two Williamses on the team.
Yeah, and both and the other Williams not that tall either. He only like 6'9", 6'8".
They're like baby
Yeah,
New
he's
Orleans.
6'9".
It's our little brother.
Yeah, but they like a football team though. They strong, fast.
They play a lot taller than that.
I think yeah, the Pels are long, but the thing is
We just
that
gotta play like
they
it.
gotta they're big guys, like he
Yeah.
said, John. You
Yeah.
know, they do play physical, and a lot of teams know to play physical with the Pels. It seems to be working, but the thing is that the Pels got to be ready for that, and they got to be ready to dish that out. I mean, they got to be aggressive, be on the attack mode. I really do
It's a
think
series.
that JV, obviously, there is a liability there as far as Chet and his mobility, but there's also an asset about JV's game, and you're talking about a 7-game series. You're talking about getting physical with that guy. Like JV needs to push Chet around, like beat him up slowly throughout this whole series, because he needs to
Facts.
feel every bit of that, every bit of that.
So
Every
you're
time he
saying
lays
play through
down,
JV? Play
yeah,
through
dump it
JV now?
down to really, because the thing is
Mix it
look,
up.
Chet is gonna be more mobile, but I think the Pelicans need to force OKC to play their game, which means, look, you gotta it's a battle of wheels. It's a battle of wheels. Dump that ball down, pound it inside every single time. Hey, Chet's not going to be able to uphold that throughout the whole series. I would challenge that. I would really challenge that. Like we said, this is all new for the Thunder, right? All of this is new for them. So pound that ball on the inside. Let me tell you something.
Them down,
And this
then
is
JV goes out.
mistake.
We bring in Nance. Nance comes in
Yeah, of
and
course.
beats the shit out
But
of them
listen,
again.
that's the mistake that the Pelicans made against the Lakers. One thing that they said is that when Nance came in to guard AD's too talented. He's mobile, he's taller, he's bigger, he has more skill set. When you put JV on him, guess what? I don't know if y'all knew this about AD. AD don't like contact.
Nah, but he's
Let me
still
say that
scoring though.
again. AD does not like contact. That's why for a long time he said that he did not want to play the 5. When he got to the Lakers, he said, I don't want to play the 5. They had Dwight there. Dwight was playing the 5 and AD was playing the 4. The 4 is actually his true position, or the position that he wants to play.
Exactly.
But right now he's playing the 5 and he does not like contact. What did they do differently? JV got up in him. He gave him some love taps. That's what you have to do. That's what JV can give you. That's a big boy.
Use what you got.
JV is a big boy. Pound it on the inside. Go old school, like you say, Jay Black, and pound it on the inside. Challenge Chet. Because Chet's going to challenge you as far as the footwork, right?
Not footwork. You talking about footwork in the post, or are you just talking about foot speed?
No, just mobility. Like
mobility, foot speed. Yeah,
out behind the
but
arc.
he's not as fast and mobile as people. JV could play him. Yeah, he do have skills, but his skills is nowhere near Anthony Davis. If we want to make a comparison to them two, because we kind of making one right now, I would say that JV can play more minutes against him than he could do against Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is more of a lob threat. He and you can't switch on everything. You can't switch when JV's out there. But against OKC, you probably could get away with switching from time to time, but not all the time. But you could get away with it, and he won't murder you in the post like Anthony Davis would. So Chet is skilled, but Chet ain't the person you're really worried about. You're worried about SGA. SGA is more the person you're worried about because he averaged 30 against us. He averaged 30 against us. Yeah. So
Yeah, but like DC said,
But
like
I'm
DC,
saying
he can be
make
X
an
factor.
advantage though, because the
advantage.
thing
I
is,
say, yeah.
if he's pounding it down there and he's making those shots, guess what? They're gonna go and double. And if they're doubling, that means somebody's left open.
I don't think they double. Even if he scores a lot. No, because they just live with it. Some teams will live with it. Some of the teams will live
Well,
with
I mean,
it. JV
we
beating
don't
them.
know. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Trying to count. I mean, because obviously JV's going to start. So
yes, absolutely.
how will we start? Because we want to see how they're going to play the Pelicans. And so that could possibly, I'm not saying that is the answer, because obviously they could, counter with something. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, as far as JV being JV's a big body.
Yes.
He's a big body, and we've gone to him many a times, and it's opened up the outside.
What if
And
we
so
don't
a
have
lot
a
of
big
times when
body?
it opens up the outside, it's like,
if he plays like we played tonight, let's say, because they was going into JV was missing some layups early, but later on he caught fire. He was scoring. He was getting fouls. Like they was doing periodically. They wasn't doing it all day, but they was doing it like throughout the game. They was making a concerted effort to throw it. So, like if they had multiple empty possessions, they'd run the play for JV instead of all that 3-point shooting.
No,
Like
they
today,
slow it down.
they slow it down. So you're saying if they slow it down like they did today,
Because
do
they slow it
you
down to
think we
help
have a
out
better
the other
chance of winning?
guys.
Do you think?
I think that's a possibility, because the thing is, I mean, JV's a big body, man. I mean, he's a big guy to get around, and when he has it going, if he's getting, and we've done it before,
It's a vet.
kicking it out for the
He's
3-point
a
shot, you
general
got
inside
a Herb Jones cutting,
on
and
defense.
this is just starting out to see, because that's what the Pelicans did on tonight.
Yes.
They were dumping it down to JV. They were getting him started, because it easily opens up the outside. And I know
The
that's probably
spacing.
not the favorable thing. Exactly. It's not the favorable thing, but it does still work. It's proven to work. And that's kind of like an advantage that I have now. Obviously, if that's not working, again, we change up pace. You know what I'm saying? And put the speed out there and things of that nature. And then it's basically, look, got to stop the ball, make sure we're covering guys from behind the arc, because it seems like Isaiah Joe, both of the Jalen Williams and the Wiggins guy, golly, man, they knock it down from behind the arc. And Giddey, last game he played, he was having a field day. All of a
Zone
sudden,
won't cut it against OKC.
I think we can play a zone here and
I
there,
don't
as
know, man. Like playing zone against OKC, because
long as they don't get in the middle of the court.
No, like playing zone, like on defense, it's always a fucking issue with every single team that plays OKC. They go
Man, we
into
need-
zone,
Man, we
and
need to
then
run
they
it.
just go inside, and then they either can go off the freaking
dribble,
point, or like off the point, or they can ditch it out. It's like they either crash the whole defense and ditch it out, because they're so good at shooting threes. They like zone does not work on them because they have so many good players that can hit the three. So one guy can crash, like Alexander can just go in there, crash the defense, and it's like open three. And it's like you're just hoping that they miss a three. When you watch their games, you're like, a lot of times when you watch their games, you're like, they have so many open threes, and you're just praying that they miss the three. That's all you're praying for. You're like, You're like, holy shit, this guy's open.
And we
This
did run
guy's
that.
open.
We did run
And
that zone. Miami was running.
And when they're missing, it's like it's all good. But when they're hitting it, it's like, oh, it's like it's a bad day.
Well, the Pelicans are one of the top teams in the NBA that guard the 3-ball well. So, I mean, I think switching it up if need be. I mean, I would definitely do man first. I mean, that's what the Pels usually do anyway. I think, in this first game, it's kind of like testing the waters. It's like the first round of a boxing match. You're getting a feel of what the team is going to do, what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And obviously during the course of the game, at least after, the first half, you kind of get a feel of what they're trying to do. I think the thing is that we just have to be ready and, do what the Pels usually do.
I think we might feel that
obviously, but definitely you got to be disciplined and you can't play too far off on weak side.
Do you think OKC
just be on
is
the
better
string?
than Pels? This is what I want to ask you, all of you. Do you think OKC is better than Pels?
Better than the Pels?
No.
Do you think OKC is better than Pels?
No, not healthy. No.
Right now.
We just ain't got the right man leading the charge.
Right now, like as is.
I mean, it really didn't matter because I mean, who we
From
had
what
on
you've seen all year.
Right now they are, but
if the Pels play the right way, the
always
right version of the Pels comes out. Obviously, without Zion, there has to be more ball movement and more player
Lex
movement.
is clever as shit.
And it has to be collective.
Lex, you're clever as shit, and you say it's going to be the rotations is going to be Willie Green. I get it, but
what? I didn't say that.
I know what I know you didn't say it, but it's going to be in the back of your mind.
I wasn't even thinking that.
I'm
I'm more
saying
focused on the players.
But I'm saying,
no, it wasn't in the back of my mind. What
as
the
it
world?
stands,
Y'all think I'm thinking about Willie all the time. I'm trying to think about the players out on the court. That's where my mind frame is.
Right now,
Willie's already made up his mind of what he's gonna do.
Yeah, but
that's why I don't put my focus on what he's doing.
I'm saying in a 7-game series.
Okay.
Do you think OKC is better than Pels?
In a 7-game series, I believe they can be. I think they are. Let's start there. They are a better team, but I believe is, and then when you get in a playoff, anything can flip. Any adjustment can be exploited. So anything that you think was working in the regular season won't work in the playoffs, or vice versa, or something that we figure out, we can keep going down. Let's say like they can't stop BI, or they can't stop Jonas. Matter of fact, Jonas is the better one. They can't stop Jonas, and then they have to double team, and Jonas start.
If Jonas takes off, they're fucked.
So they can be a better team, but we still can win if we can exploit a matchup that favors us. That's how that goes. They better on paper. If you're saying paper,
on paper, they're
right
better.
now.
I'm talking in reality, not paper.
Reality.
I'm saying what you guys have seen.
I don't watch other teams. I only watch us.
Not
so
paper.
I wouldn't
through the records.
Go ahead. So I still say OKC is better, but we still can beat them though. Like I don't know.
That's what if we're not better.
Huh?
What do you mean? You say they're better, but we can beat them?
Absolutely. That happens all the time. That's how sports is. Constantly. And matter of fact, Lexi just said it. She just said Miami Heat. She just said Miami Heat.
Yeah, that's East Coast. That's
Okay.
Eastern
It
Conference.
doesn't matter.
That's
I
different.
mean,
Okay.
But we know
I
Miami.
mean,
I ain't gonna lie, but Miami Heat built different. They probably the only team that be doing stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, I understand that,
Right.
but I'm just saying I was just giving an
Only
example
Miami
that
Heat's ever done any kind of crazy
everybody,
shit like that
everybody
before.
that was higher than the Miami Heat on paper, they're better.
Better.
They're better. They had a better record, right?
Absolutely.
They have a better record. So the thing is that just because what's on paper says that you better, that doesn't mean, boy, once you get in between them lines,
It's
what's
way
on
tighter.
paper don't even matter.
Lex, it's way tighter than what the paper says.
Okay, tighter. What do you mean?
Like the teams are way closer together than what it says on the paper. The differences, like the teams in the West right now, are way tighter. Like,
but
way
now that
tighter.
doesn't matter because the
Like
seedings
the
are set.
Exactly, it doesn't matter. Like, they're way tighter together.
Okay,
Like,
so
anyone can beat anybody.
What are you trying to?
Oh wait, so what about the Lakers last year, and what about the Warriors? The Warriors was not better than the Kings on paper. The Kings was number 3, Warriors was number 6. Warriors beat them.
Warriors have a
Now,
different
Warriors
kind
better
of
than the
game.
Kings on paper.
Warriors have Curry and fucking
Yeah, they
Klay
better than the
Thompson.
Kings on paper.
Oh wait, then oh wait, so what happened just now?
Well,
Kings
first of
just
all,
the Kings just beat
First of all,
Warriors just now,
yeah,
yesterday,
but you
like
know,
the day
what's
before.
what's going on over there. Them niggas getting old.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
Exactly.
You know what's going on over there. Come
God,
on now.
come on, man, you can't
they're
give
done.
that
They're
excuse.
like just a
No, that
relic.
is.
They're
That's what it
old.
is, dog.
It's from
Man,
last year.
they got a
you
system over. It was a system. It's
You
more
old enough
system
to
than
play the
talent, bro.
game,
It's more
man.
system than talent over there, bro.
Come
Trust
on,
me,
don't give excuses for
bro.
Golden
It's
State
more
Warriors. They lost.
system. Trust me, it's more system than talent. They had a perfect system going on. It's just now their physical abilities is diminishing, so it's hurting the
Facts.
system that they got. Come on, bro.
That's not true.
Bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
You keep saying come on, bro, but it's not making sense to
I
me.
mean, this is the facts, bro. They
It's
they
not
won
that.
all them chips together, bro. What you think going on now? They're diminishing.
They had Kevin Durant for.
Oh no, come on now. They won without Kevin Durant. Come on, Jay Black.
They won with one without, but then they got Kevin Durant. Then they had
They won
one of the.
with Kevin Durant. They won the
Okay,
rest without him, bro.
okay. They only won 2 without him. What are you talking about? They won one before them.
Eastern Conference has no players. All
We're
Eastern
not talking
Conference
about Eastern
players.
Conference. We're talking about the
Durant
Western.
went to Phoenix.
We're talking about the
Everybody
Warriors.
fucking
We're
talking about the
we're,
Warriors.
we're talking about the Warriors and the Kings, and then I'm talking about what about the Grizzlies? The Grizzlies and the Lakers.
What about?
What about Grizzlies?
The Lakers was the number 7 team.
Where are
And,
Grizzlies?
Well, first of all, you know the Lakers are better
I'm talking
than the
about
Grizzlies.
last year. Oh wait,
Lakers are,
I'm going to his saying that better on paper.
Lakers
was the
Lakers are
Grizzlies.
better.
No,
you got AD and LeBron.
No, you got it. You got it. Go ahead.
Are you last year?
Yeah, AD and LeBron on paper. Period.
It wasn't
Point
better.
blank. What are we talking about?
If that's how you see it, then they should be winning the championship this year. Then,
but bro, on paper ain't got shit to do, bro.
All right, then say it to people. Then that's what we're trying to explain to him. On paper, don't matter. That's what the discussion was around. That's why I brought up these 2 teams from last year. That one that was under, like, they wasn't on paper. They were supposed to lose.
Right.
On paper, they were supposed to lose, but they both won. Right. The Warriors and the Lakers. That's why I brought them up. That was in the context of that.
The paper does not matter.
To me, though, but let me tell y'all this though. Let me tell y'all this. To me, y'all, if y'all asking me, we're not that far off on paper. I mean, if you're asking me, but I mean with Zion here, if we healthy, we're not too far off.
We're not talking about with Zion. We're talking about without Zion.
Incomplete, and also isn't a complete team. I just feel like
even without Zion,
Yeah,
we're still on
we
paper
still got
pretty damn
talent here,
good.
bro. Like it's still like a lot of
Yeah,
people here,
even
bro.
Wait.
Bro, if you look over there, bro, a lot of people don't even know the
on
dudes on OKC, bro. To be honest with you, but on
I,
paper,
I'm sorry, but you're being a little inconsistent. So
I'm not.
you're
A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know the names on OKC.
Oh wait. So you want to trade Bi, but you consider him one of our
Bro,
talents?
see. But see, you not see. That's what I'm saying. See, now you trying to misconstrue what I just said. Didn't I say earlier that Bi is a good talent, but he might not fit? Didn't I say that, Jay Black?
Hey man,
Then I say he's a good talent, but he might not fit.
Jay
he
Just
Black,
because
might
get
it's
him.
not
good,
fit.
just because it's good, don't mean it's good for you, brother. So you get what I'm saying? Just
Jay
because it's
Black, get
good,
him.
Water
just because
because
that girl bad as shit, just because she
no.
bad as
If
shit, don't mean
water
it's
I
good
think
for
Jay
you.
Black is right.
water is good for you, but don't drink water. Like, come on,
Oh,
man,
here
that
we go.
logic is not
Wow,
logic. Come on, what I'm
wow.
saying to
Now you
you,
talking about some water.
that's if it's good for you universally.
No. That's not true. That's way different from
Uh,
something that's way
I
different from something that's imperfect.
okay, all right.
Water's supposed to be
Let's get back.
water, bro. It can't be different than that.
let, let's get you. So you're saying with Bi as the leader, because Zion is not here. You're saying we're closer to OKC.
Bro, but what I'm saying is,
Yes,
Oh no,
I'm
no.
saying
Okay,
that.
paper
let
is
him
names,
answer.
bro.
I'm
Paper is
saying
just
we're better
names, bro.
without fucking Zion.
No,
Paper is just names.
No. Say. So you're saying
Just like the Phoenix Suns on paper look better than a lot of teams. On paper.
Yes,
no.
yes.
Let's get
On
back to this.
paper.
We're
On
not going
paper,
to no other
bro.
Exactly.
team. I want you to stay.
Phoenix
Forget
Suns looks good on paper.
I really like people to stay on topic. We're talking about the
Go ahead, Jay
Pelicans,
Black.
and we're
Go ahead, Jay
talking
Black.
about Bi.
Jay Black
You
be thinking he know a
stated.
split. Go ahead, Jay Black.
We're
You
gonna give Black a
stated.
fucking heart attack.
Yes, you stated. I just remember you stated you
What
want
I say?
them traded.
Okay, then that why you going back over that when I clarified that I said Bi's a talent, he's just not good for
Okay.
the
And we
team.
talking about the playoffs.
That, so
Playoffs,
so
y'all.
so is he good for the playoffs?
Talking about playoffs?
Is he good for the
On,
playoffs?
all I'm saying is on paper, bro, we have a lot of talent here, bro.
So,
Practice.
but all right. Let me stop harping on that. All right, all seriousness. So CJ needs to step up. In this game.
Yes.
However he does it, that's a major factor. But in limited shots, he needs to be efficient, not taking a bunch of shots, not taking 20 to get 25, not none of that. We need him to be efficient in a role he needs to play. I believe he needs to take around 15 shots, 10 to 15 shots. That's not a bad number. But if he takes more than that, then that means somebody else is limited and getting their shots, like Trey Murphy or Herb, or really Herb gets his points in the floor of the game. But we need to feature Jonas. Bi feature as well. I think those is our two guys we do need to focus on to see how
You
this
want to
series to
feature
play.
Jonas? Everyone hates on Jonas.
Okay.
Well, but right now we're talking about him featuring. If we hate him or not, it doesn't matter.
In the movie.
I don't hate him, but
I
based
don't
off,
hate him either.
based off of a
This is
certain
how we
matchup.
using them to making them
The
look like
Pels
that.
fans hate Jonas.
I
Hate him.
ain't gonna get in that side. That's a side conversation.
No, we don't
Jonas,
hate him, bro.
nah, we don't. So we it's just certain matchups, and I think that Lake-up matchup is the only matchup I really see is like a real bad matchup for him because AD is different, and you got LeBron and that pick and roll. It's a lot with that, but everybody else is not really a problem. And we seeing how he play against Sacramento. He plays excellent against Sacramento. I
He's
really
a
don't.
pro.
I really don't. I didn't see his stats. I didn't look at his stats how he plays against OKC. But in my mind, I'm thinking that he should play good He should play good. He should use the physicality against
He'll
them.
be decent. But see, that's
white
how
boys?
I try
Yeah.
to. I try to look at
Little
on the.
white boys fucking running around? Yeah. It's going to be easy.
I try to look at. I'm about perspective too, so I try to sometimes pretend like okay, if I'm an OKC fan, right? That's why I try to look at the game sometimes. So I say, okay, boom, what advantages do we get? I mean, is Chet? We don't. I kind of see Chet potential,
That's
man. And
so
really, really,
good. That's
really,
so
man.
good.
Chet is really
Hey,
good, man. And people
that's
don't.
good. What advantage? No,
He just ain't
wait,
really
hold on. Hey,
just
Black,
like
wait up.
we said. Zion
Black.
got it was about to
Wait
show
up,
out.
Black.
This is Chet's
What
time to show
advantage
out.
do we have?
Hey, can you all talk one at a time? Because I can't hear anybody.
Go ahead. You can go ahead, bro.
Yeah, well.
Oh, wow.
Yo, yeah.
I just wanted to hear y'all's points. Now nobody talking.
Nah, I thought he was about to go, but nah.
Yeah, just a second, fam. I'm gonna give Brother Don, let him finish it. He'll have the last word on the show, man.
Holy shit!
Because we about to shut it down, my friend. It's kind of late and long.
I appreciate it, Big Q.
You got it.
Were we on YouTube?
What? Oh gosh.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Hey, bro.
Hold on, brother. Let Don finish his thought, bro. Then we're gonna shut out the stream. Go ahead, Brother Don.
So, like I was saying, so like Zion.
Stream.
Hey, bro, put your joint on mute real quick, bro. Put your joint on mute real quick. Hey, so look,
bro. I love you.
So if like I said, Chet, I like to look on the other side as well. Like I said, he's a guy I see a lot of potential in him. And just like we was like Zion got a lot to prove in the playoffs. Shit. Chet, he think he's a superstar too. They got a lot to prove. So we're gonna see how he's gonna show out because he really can. The way I see Chet potential, he can really embarrass Jonas out there. Seriously.
But he's a baby. He's young. Listen, he's too young.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't know. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going to happen. So we'll see. But so yeah, I mean, we'll see how he's the X factor, like DC said, man. Truly, he's the X factor, man. We're gonna see how he show out on both sides of the court. But he can be a problem. So that's how I see it, man. But if that's the only part I see, like as far as like, you know, if we have a problem with them, that'll be it right there, man.
Well
if
said,
he can really
brother.
show out.
Well said.
But yeah, fam, that's all, man. I ain't gonna we ain't gonna keep getting on each other's nerves tonight. It's all love. I love y'all though, man. I love the Pelican family. We all
no
family.
matter what.
I don't
got
no hate for nobody, none of that. I just I'm very passionate about the sport. I think we all passionate about the sport. And I love y'all, man.
Love this shit.
So I just want to let y'all know that for sure. Jay Black, Lex, DC, Big Q, everybody that be in here.
Thank you, Brother Don. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, man. Listen, I appreciate all you guys for being on the stream tonight, man. It's pretty damn good. The Pelicans finally snapped that 6-game losing streak at home. That's a promising. We have OKC lined up in the playoffs. We get in there now. We got to take care of business. Starting on Sunday afternoon, we got a day the team's going to obviously.
We're on a stream? Are you fucking kidding me?
PK, you got to settle down. Brother. Settle down, man. All right. So anyway, with that being said, fam,
I'm sleepy.
Dude, I hear it, man. I hear it. You going all over the place, my friend. But anyway, listen, we're gonna get on up out of here. Let PK get him some rest like DJ. And listen, we're gonna holler at you guys.
Love you
Thank
guys.
you.
Best podcast in the world.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, brother Aramis, for your super chat again, man. Much love to all y'all, man. Good night to all y'all, man. Y'all have a good night, man. We're gonna pop up here tomorrow. It'll be Sunday, fam. Sunday we'll be back to recap the Pelicans matchup against the OKC Thunder. It's going down big time. So with that being said, we're gonna get out on that. Appreciate the fam. Y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button. Feel free to share the show.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue